don't wanna be. This ain't no home sweet home, it's a home sweet misery. We knew when we got here, they tried to put us away. But when they seen us walk down the street, they ran the other way. Backstreet Atlanta, GA. Backstreet in the whole USA. Backstreet, nasty and hot. The further down the block you went, the better it got. Jump in, that could be the brow. Old lady named Duffy, she don't give the cops a call. She might as well call the Army or the United States Marines. Cause can't nobody handle this bad street scene. Bad street, Atlanta, GA. Bad street in the whole USA. Bad street, nasty and hot. The further down I block you with the better it got. Post came home and they thought that they were hot. They thought that they were nasty, couldn't make it down our block. But I'll never forget it, hearing that Eminence Dollar say, someone should have told me those boys about that street USA. So don't you come looking on the side tech. Cause this is where the free birds live and everything's going down. If you don't know by now, we always get our way. That's the way it is down here on Back Street USA. Back Street, Atlanta, GA. Back Street in the whole USA. Back Street, nasty and hot. Further down I block you with the better it got.
Hi guys!
Well, hello.
I'm Kyle Chapman. That's Eddie Ortiz. That's Brian Lopes. We gonna get sued for this, but you know what? We still with it.
We might get sued for it, just especially because of the fact that the logo is directly right there.
Ain't nobody even gonna know.
Yeah, hopefully not.
Who the hell's watching the show? I swear to God, I thought when I came into your house, I thought you were watching SmackDown from this week or something.
Yeah, I didn't even realize it was a pay-per-view.
I didn't even know there was a pay-per-view until you mentioned something in the chat and you said there's a pay-per-view. That was legit. I was not playing, huh? I legit was like, first of all, it's Sunday. Second of all, I was like, there's a...
You don't watch SmackDown or Raw?
Dude, nobody on the internet knew there was a pay-per-view on. You don't have to... Usually you open up your Facebook and you're like, oh, there's boom, wrestling stuff related. No, Nothing. Nobody say who's ready for TLC tonight. Nobody's talking about nothing.
Do you know why the Miz is fighting the Fiend tonight?
Wait. Continue.
I know why they're fighting, but nobody talked about it.
Brian?
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back, Eddie Ortiz.
I'm just saying though.
It took us over 10 minutes, 10 seconds for this shit on something WWE related.
I did not know there was a pit. Nobody.
I'm standing up right now because holy shit, it really is Firefly Bray coming out. I'm sorry, continue.
But legit, nobody knew there was. I heard more hype for NWA's Fire pay-per-view yesterday,
Which was great.
than I heard for TLC today.
Speaking of which, you know what? I'm gonna save it. No, I'm gonna save it.
I got a rebuttal, so don't worry.
It's not. It's no. It's both of us. Matter of fact, we might as well get into it. All right.
Are we talking about
Early burial?
an early burial?
Early burial.
Okay.
I'm burying every last one of us motherfuckers that was wasting time debating if Marty Scurll belonged on AEW or NXT.
Yep.
Because that motherfucker went to.
Oh wait, hold on. That would have been the wrong guy anyway. Get ready.
Ready?
And
put it on the screen.
all right. It's a new thing now. Put it on screen today. That's gonna be a new shirt. Kyle, we gotta have Kyle taking a photo like this with his finger.
Yeah.
Put it on screen.
Yeah. But as you see the umbrella, that motherfucker went to NWA.
Yes, he did.
Legit? Nope. After looking at it and analyzing afterwards, I was like, it makes sense now. I completely forgot about the relationship between him and Nick Aldis.
Yeah.
Legit.
And he jumped right into it too in the Golden.
Who? Nobody on God's green earth said NWA.
No.
People were throwing out he's re-signing with Ring of Honor. People were throwing out Impact.
There was one meme that had NWA at the bottom of it. Like it was a joke. There was no chance he was going to NWA.
Nobody. No podcast, no quote-unquote dirt sheets, no quote-unquote insiders.
Meltzer?
Not even Meltzer. Not even good old Uncle Dave.
No.
Not even Ryan Satin in his backstage fucking looking like a rip-off of fucking goddamn Damian Sandow.
He's signed now, so.
He looks like a rip-off of Damian Sandow.
Speaking of which, he's on the
Great
show.
value, Damian Sandow. Not even Brad Shepard.
I'm gonna shout out to the barber on Broad Street that be hooking up Bray Wyatt's bed now. But continue.
I'm gonna adjust the audio a little bit.
That's a Dominican barber hooking him up right there. You know that. But
both. Gary, really quick, both. The answer to that is both.
Yeah.
They one is that big and one is that small.
What?
Height difference. Is all
Marty,
this big or?
Yeah, nobody realizes how short Marty really is.
Yeah.
Marty is a short dude. But legit,
There's a lot of short wrestlers.
I was like, I saw that come across my feed. I was like, holy fuck. I didn't even think that was a fucking viable option. I was like that.
Is Bray really wrestling in that cardigan?
Yes.
Okay.
But I after looking at it, I see makes good sense. He has unfinished business with Nick Aldis, and why rush him going somewhere else? Why rush him going to AEW now? Let stuff play out, build up a better story. Hell, let him have a nice little run with the 10 pounds of gold. This could be a nice little detour, and he could still end up at AEW. Like, I really do not see a WWE option in there. Like, I don't think he would do that to himself. Let's be real. He's a short British guy.
And Marty's still young.
Marty's a short British guy.
At the same time,
If
Marty
he goes
is
to
young.
NXT UK, I can see that happening.
So there was no legends in WWE that were British?
But it's Vince nowadays. I can't trust him now. I cannot trust Vincent Kennedy McMahon at this current moment. This man's dementia and Alzheimer's has kicked in full blown.
I gotta give him credit because he's taking a step back and letting the younger guys run it. He's focusing right now on the XFL. Dude, Triple H is running NXT solely.
NXT doesn't exist in the WWE. NXT is its own brand.
Hold on.
I'm talking about Raw and SmackDown. Vince.
Raw's been getting good.
Hold on. Wait. Save it for a little bit because I do want to get into WWE a little bit later on. But I want your perspective on it because I want to get into the recap of the show because I'm the only one who actually. Did you watch the?
I watched the 2 out of 3.
You watched 2 out of 3. Okay, but all right. So really quick, let's jump into.
Also saw the Midnight Express. Excuse me.
The Midnight Express. Yeah, that was pretty good. So yeah.
Also,
No, that's perfect. That's perfect. Continue because it was killing time for me. So because you ready? Trademark new thing.
Oh, I'm sorry. You know what? I kind of forgot what the new thing is. Put it on the screen.
All right. We can't can't let it fuck up already.
I'm sorry.
I started it. But no, I do want to hop into the fire. But I do want to piggyback off what you're saying because Marty is the big topic, right?
The biggest thing that happened.
What have I been saying has been a match of the year candidate for me this entire year, but I didn't put it on my list? Marty versus Nick Aldis at NWA.
Yeah, you did.
Oh, from the Crockett Cup.
No, I was gonna say that wasn't.
Yeah, that was the Crockett Cup.
I can't be a brain.
Honestly, the storyline makes sense to me. Like the two British guys, they came into business together. The stories they've always paralleled. One had a lot of success early.
If he gets a 3 count, I'm turning this shit off. But continue.
One had a lot of success early in TNA, while the other guy struggled and just got his big boom. And his big boom is really, really big right now. In Marty Scurll, and you got Nick Aldis, who's literally putting a whole company on his back, taking a risk with Billy Corgan and all those guys in NWA. And like I've been saying forever, they're killing it. They're doing a great job. Into the Fire was an awesome pay-per-view. Nobody saw Marty coming.
No.
Nobody saw that
Especially it was at the end. It was at the end. We thought it was done.
We thought my copy literally fucked up and ended early.
Oh, wow.
Like right after Marty appeared, it ended. And I didn't get the promo, any of that stuff.
Marty still got another appearance for Ring of Honor too.
No, he already did it. Final battle was on Friday.
He's doing after the battle. He's teaming up again. He's teaming up with I forget who it is, but he's doing one more show for him.
Okay.
And everything. Right now,
I thought it was done.
I thought it was done too.
Right now, it looks like Marty's just being is going to do a free agent thing. Like I said, I still see him going to AEW.
Honestly, like I said, Marty's young, and for me, he could still go to AEW, and eventually, if later on in a couple years he wants to go to WWE, he could do that too.
Hey,
he's still a young guy.
He has a nice little run with the 10 pounds of gold.
Yep.
He can ask for more money.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and Billy Corgan got money to spend. And think about it, they're saving with what they're doing right now. Studio wrestling with NWA is working. Like the show, that pay-per-view yesterday was awesome. First off, I need a karate t-shirt. I need that t-shirt. All right, this motherfucker is like an 8th degree master in Mongolian. He's over as
I don't know what the fuck he was. That shit was like, damn,
I think I figured it out. I don't want to say it yet because in my head, and I know a lot of people don't watch or aren't really too familiar with NWA, so I don't want to give it away just yet because people are gonna go out and spoil it. But enjoy the question mark for who he is. It's fucking over as hell. Austin Idol, whatever you want to call it, Aaron Stevens, Sandow, awesome job yesterday. The gimmick is over. This motherfucker hid behind a Christmas tree for like 4 minutes during the match. Nobody noticed it, and he came in there and just won the title. The tag team match, Rock and Roll Express. Like you said, I get it. It should end quickly. The nostalgia thing was cool.
You are way too old to be doing Canadian Destroyers out there, guys.
And making them look good.
I know.
Making them look
At
good.
this point, the generic destroyers.
Those are girdle destroyers, bro.
No, Gary, it's karate. Accentuate that shit, god damn it. But NWA is on fire right now. And a pickup like Marty Scurll is exactly what the fuck they need.
Hey Gary, what do you think it is?
I would love for people to guess who they think it is, because the question mark is over. It's funny.
It's not Bray Wyatt.
And Thunder Rosa needs to stop beating these jobbers up.
Later.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Thunder Rosa is violent as shit. That girl fucks people up. Like legit stiffs the shit out of it. Like it's vicious.
Chicks are getting stiff.
She is stiff. I would love to see her in the ring with a Charlotte or Becky Lynch or a Tessa Blanchard or a Jordan Grace. That girl can fucking hit.
Jordan Grace can get stiffed.
Yeah.
Oh, fuck.
She would make it. Merry Christmas, man. Fuck Jonathan Gresham.
Yeah.
That's why I said it again. But no, the pay-per-view was good. The pay-per-view was real good.
Coming out looking like the Kraken now.
Yeah,
The Kraken.
Jonathan Gresham in that mask, man. He's looking like fucking the goddamn Kraken coming out.
What is wrong? Isn't it like an octopus? Or
Yeah,
something
he's
like
the
that?
octopus.
What's the Kraken is?
That's so weird.
You know what the Kraken is?
I don't know. I'm all set with that.
Oh, that's right. It's too close to a raccoon for you.
Yeah, no, I'm good.
You know, you know, they're polar opposites. Like one's on land, one's in the sea. But you know, okay.
Totally okay with that. All right. So, and 2 out of 3 falls match. What did you think of that?
I thought I was gonna say sorry about your damn luck at the end of it.
Oh, this
right?
match sucked.
Yeah, that really was lackluster as fuck. I was watching it.
It's already over.
But James Storm got the first fall.
Mm-hmm.
I thought the second fall, obviously,
It's
foregone conclusion.
Yeah.
Whoever gets the first fall loses the second fall. I've only seen like probably 2 in my life, 2 out of 3 matches that ended in 2 falls.
Ring of Honor for a little while. The Briscoes. They had a thing of going 2 straight for like 5 matches straight. It was like a thing with 2 out of 3 falls matches. 5 straight matches, they won 2 straight falls every time.
Okay. And is it bad that Bray didn't even need the Fiend to beat this motherfucker?
Oh shit! Now the Fiend's on the screen. Okay.
He's got to do something to do with Daniel Bryan.
Wouldn't that be great if it was Bryan? I don't think I have time to grow the dreads though. Oh boy.
All right, I guess
So
just
now
so you
the
know,
Fiend's stalking Bray
we're watching
Wyatt?
live.
Yeah, unfortunately. Yeah, it is. We are doing live reactions too.
So the Fiend is stalking Bray.
Oh great! Now he's gonna attack himself.
Oh, yeah.
Shit. Okay.
Green shirt guy.
This motherfucker pulled out the mallet.
Hey, that mallet assassinated a rabbit.
This is great.
Okay?
Turn him into jelly. Or jam.
Jam. Jelly don't. Jam
He's
don't.
I hope he smashes the miss in the head.
He's
Do
about-
it. Just do it.
Now Daniel Bryan's about to come out.
Come on. Come on.
Do it.
Do it.
Come on. Guys, if you ain't watching TLC, we are.
We do
My
have it
bad
in the
about the
background.
dead air. My bad about the dead air. Bray Wyatt is about to go ahead and
Do it with the. Come on. Hit him with the mallet.
hit him with it.
Do it. Do it.
Hit him with it.
Come on, Paul.
Come on.
Wait, no, that's SmackDown, right? Who runs SmackDown?
I don't know.
Bruce.
I don't even know who runs SmackDown right now.
Bruce Pritchard. Come on, let's see what you do.
Vince through Bruce.
Yeah, fucking Eddie.
I said Eddie's back.
I'm sorry. Come on, you gonna tell me the Alpo dog food fucking scenario? That wasn't Vince written all over that.
Look at Bray. He's bugging out right now. He's like, oh, the lights are going out. Yay.
Think he has enough time to change?
He's like a little kid on fucking Christmas.
Or is Daniel Bryan gonna come out?
I mean, he would have
like
to.
the Fiend?
He would have to paint his face too, man. They black.
Crowd's
his eyes.
popping. Crowd's popping. Oh, she looks like Dragon.
Oh, we got
He looks like Dragon. He shaved.
American Dragon. We're gonna get American Dragon.
Please give me American Dragon. Oh man, we're sorry, we're stalling right now.
Yeah, we are totally. We're about to lose like.
Ah, it's all gone. He should have shaved it bald like in Ring of Honor. Good shit.
Could have left the beard a little longer.
I mean, for Bray Wyatt to give him a haircut with his hands, that's pretty even.
Yeah.
Just gotta say. That's something I gotta say.
He could have left a little bit more of the beard. That would have
Could have
been.
lined them up a little cleaner.
Yeah.
The fade ain't right on this side.
Not curl, don't quite.
Curl.
Yeah, Bray didn't hook him up with the Dominican. Bad Bray. You're supposed to hook him up with the Dominican, man.
Yeah, that's American Dragon right there. He beat his ass. Stomp his fucking head in.
Eddie really is a buzzkill, Gabe. He's taking Victor's spot.
How am I a buzzkill? Because I pointed out that Vince McMahon's still fucking right.
Because we are enjoying stuff and you are shitting on our good time. The definition of a party pooper.
I don't say nothing bad about NXT. I don't say nothing bad about AEW. Hell, I don't even say nothing bad about Ring of Honor. But Raw and SmackDown.
Oh, we can get into Ring of Honor later, but no. But overall, Into the Fire was a damn good pay-per-view.
Getting back into that match, though.
Yes.
All right. I didn't like the way the second fall ended.
Okay.
I thought that was a little cool. Yeah, pretty cool. Third, I didn't think was going to happen.
Kick his fucking head in.
Third, I didn't think was going to happen.
That's the old Brian. I did like the fact.
Whoop his ass.
I did like the fact though on the main event where the third referee came out and made the decision of who was going to referee the match.
Yeah.
That was actually pretty interesting too. So that was a little twist that NWA threw in there, and I liked it. So
Bo Dallas, he's still employed.
whatever happened to Bo?
The B team.
Where are
B
they?
team. Go.
That was your squad.
Tag teams don't exist in WWE.
Actually, they've been rising up.
Who?
Viking Raiders on Monday Night Raw.
They're still fucking fighting enhancement talent. They have those.
Well, actually, they did
They
fight.
just had a match against the OC, another tag team.
And Street Profits.
Street Profits on Monday Night Raw.
How those
Which
new
pissed
co-
me off because the Street Profits lost clean.
They did lose that. And you know something? Oh shit!
But how's those new contracts for the OC?
Good tease though. That was a good tease.
At least Carl Anderson got second pool.
Hey, you know something?
He's got that hot Asian wife.
I was about to say, he got a hot Asian wife to go.
He's got to keep her happy, so I see why he signed that 5-year contract.
Oh, yeah, he's probably just like, look, I'm good.
He's
If
like, I got a
go,
hot Asian wife. She keeps popping out kids. I need this money.
Like, look,
he's like, I need this paper.
Like, look, I got to go to Saudi every year at least once or twice and get stuck for a week. It's kind of like a vacation, you know? I'm okay with that. Okay, I kind of like this.
Should have smashed the belt.
That ugly ass Fiend belt that they were
Man,
charging.
he ain't got $7,000 like that. You know he a penny pincher.
Oh man, for that ugly ass strap. If I see somebody,
I don't think anybody has come out on social media saying,
I got the new belt. No, not at all.
You're getting roasted. It's like buying Alonzo sneakers. Just because it's expensive doesn't mean that it's good looking. You know what I mean?
True.
Yeah, that belt was just fucking. It was cool looking and stuff. But not that price. Hell no. Hell fucking no, not that price.
What's up, Andrew? Welcome.
All right, so that's finished. But yeah, man. Then, like I said, that whole Marty Scurll, dude, I was looking at the screen like I did. Are you kidding me?
Like that really just happened.
Are you kidding me?
Yeah, that really was under the fucking radar.
And honestly, that could have been one of the biggest surprises of the year.
That probably
was literally at the end of the year.
Yeah, probably was.
Yeah.
Because nobody had that. It's like Kawhi when he went to the Clippers. Fuck you. Kawhi.
Yeah, like what?
Hey, you know the internet breaks everything.
Yes.
Even though some people are like, oh, it's a lie. It turns out to be true. Not even people trying to lie and say, oh, he's going to NWA.
I literally avoided all spoilers like that day. I like 10 o'clock. I'm like, all right, let me look on Facebook. I got this man's message. You see what happened to NWA? I'm like, don't tell me.
I didn't tell you.
I know, but the moment I literally clicked on Facebook, first thing I saw, Marty Scurll. I'm like, motherfuckers.
Yeah, that's why you can't. When someone says something like that, you don't go on social media.
I was literally clicking on social media.
What's funny is I saw
popped up.
No results until the Marty thing broke, and then all of a sudden people was, oh, but the rest of the show happened.
Yeah, the rest of the show was great. The rest of the show was just as good.
You would swear that the Marty thing happening was the whole show.
Hey, man, it's like when Mick Foley became heavyweight champion. That's put some butts in the seats.
Hey.
Not mine. I was up. Putting my head off in the crowd.
Speaking of putting butts in seats, would you care to transition to this one? Because this is going to be very
this is actually going to be a topic.
Yeah.
First of all, I don't look like this motherfucker. I just want to put that out there. I don't look like that motherfucker either. And I just want to make sure that, put it on the screen.
Okay.
This young man, Daniel Cormier, I guess he's retired from the UFC, is about 1 foot into the door of the WWE training facilities to become a full-time WWE talent. How you look?
Anybody remember when I started calling UFC light and people laughing at me? When I turned into UFC light?
Well, I mean, Dana Brooke has a good relationship with Vincent, man. And Daniel Cormier is a big wrestling fan.
Obviously, they've been in bed together.
He's a big wrestling fan, so why not? Are you mad he didn't go to AEW?
Huh?
Are you mad he didn't go to AEW?
I'm glad he didn't go to AEW.
But Jack Hager, and
at least he was a wrestler first. At least he won, unlike Alberto. He got choked.
Oh my God. Can we save that for the burial of the week and just all? Can we roast that?
El Patron.
Can we save that one, please?
El Jefe.
Alberto
Let's save that. Save that, please. Because I think I might have two burials.
Alberto del Choco.
He was El C. I take a nap now.
Yeah.
Lost his replica belt and everything.
But
save it, Eddie. Save it.
Yeah, so I mean, you guys think about the? I know Brian because I fucking scoured the internet for shit. We were talking about so I let Brian know like, hey yo, DC is about to become a WWE superstar, and take the floor, Brian. Go on ahead, Brian. Take the floor.
First and foremost, fuck Daniel Cormier.
Why?
Because you know why?
Why?
All right. One thing I can't stand in this world are people who like to run their motherfucking mouth.
Okay.
He
sells fights.
Yeah, he does. He does sell fights. And first and foremost, let me start off by saying this because we know how the social justice warriors are and people are going to talk shit. I got nothing but respect for anybody who has the ability, skill, precision, timing, like balls to get in a ring and fight in the UFC. That's one of the reasons why I have a lot of respect for CM Punk, whether he won or lost. All right, you got to be a certain type of human being to want to get in the ring and do some shit like that.
Yeah, crazy motherfucker.
Yes. Now, in the lexicon of that, and I'm not talking about Le Champion,
La Champion.
La
Champion. But in the lexicon of all this, we understand that there's a ranking system where we know there's some people who are pure elite, top tier talent, 5-star, that you know when you speak of something in excellence, you're speaking of them. Like when we talking basketball, we talking Jordan, Magic Johnson, Larry Bird, LeBron, whatever, Kobe, however you want to throw it in there, right? Then we also have guys like Andrew Bynum, right?
You mean the 2-time NBA champion?
Yeah, that scrub. The one that did jack shit. Wally Zerbiak. All right,
he didn't do shit.
Okay, guys like that, right?
He didn't do shit.
So we understand that we do have the ability to talk shit about people and where they rank in your shit, all right? And there's also a thing where you talk a lot of shit, but you got to be able to back it up in the ring. And not only just back it up in the ring, but then when you start talking personal about somebody else, whether you go low or they go low, you got to be able to back that shit up. One of my favorite fighters of all time, still to this day.
TLC logo like it was fucking TMZ.
Probably, most likely, WWE. But you talk some shit, right? And I'm a fan of John Jones. I'm a big fan of John Bones Jones. I think this guy is probably the
1A.
Yeah, top
1A.
1A. You can throw whoever his name else. You can say
Silva.
Yep.
John Jones.
You can throw GSP. You know what I'm saying? Like that's the status you're at.
That's 3.
You kept going at the man's head. You were taking shots in the personal life. Like I said, he took shots at yours too. Mm-hmm. You fought this man twice. The last time you fought, not only did you lose, but you were crying like a little bitch. I'm done with Daniel Cormier. I've seen plenty of men go in there and get... Did you just not see what happened to Alistair Overeem's lip the other day?
First of all...
This man's smiling. His lip said...
First of all...
And just exploded off of his face.
First of all, he was high. Okay,
he probably was.
He was high as fuck, and he always is.
It's not a performance.
He failed drug tests. Okay, Daniel Cormier never failed drug tests.
Yes, he was an Olympian.
You saw that too, right?
And I gotta say this. There was 3 fights between Daniel Cormier and John Jones. John Jones won all 3 of them. I understand the first one it was just cocaine, but he still failed a drug test. The second one was steroids straight up, and the third one was a cover up for the steroids. John Jones is I'll tell you, best ever fuck the drugs, all right? Y'all motherfuckers got Brady and he got his cameras, you know what I'm saying? Y'all get to call him the greatest. I get to call John Jones the greatest. You know, one cheater to another cheater to get to where the fuck they want to be.
That was
independent film crew. Independent film crew that was filming the longest documentary in human history. They had that same excuse when they got caught the first and second time. Just putting that out there. Your boys cheat. They admitted it. They're about to put... How the fuck you cheat the Bengals? The Bengals? The 1-win Bengals? When they were going to score 17?
They owned up to a film crew that they hired accidentally, filmed...
The entire first quarter offside. The entire first quarter was accidentally filmed. All right, the entire first quarter of hit signals. Go ahead, Brian.
What city were they in when this all got filmed?
Cincinnati.
Yeah, so Cincinnati security just so happened for 1 quarter not pay attention to the motherfuckers that were there, that are there from the Patriots, a team that you guys all accuse are cheaters? It took y'all 30 minutes, a whole quarter, to figure out we could have been doing something wrong. If we did something wrong.
Is it my turn now? First of all, they had Boston Bruins logos on. They didn't have Patriots logos on.
Suspect guilty by association, same town.
Second of all,
you could be a crip and I'm like, okay, maybe this nigga from LA just throwing it out there.
They had press passes to get back there. They were just in an illegal area when they got caught. What was the first statement he used when he got caught?
Like I said, you're not allowed someone from New England in an illegal area.
Yeah, the security
failed.
An innocent
Eddie, thank you.
An innocent sucks. Innocent documentary. They said,
oh wait,
you want us to delete it? You want us to delete it? Yeah, that wasn't suspicious at all.
But we deleted it, right?
No, you didn't. You got caught red-handed and admitted it. You admitted it. All right, you guys admitted it. They admitted it.
They apologized for some.
They're like, we were there and shit. They didn't know that motherfuckers were
okay, they apologized for videotaping the scout to put on for a documentary that they air all the time.
This man needs the Patriots fucking story to replicate into a WWE storyline.
Oh, speaking of WWE storylines, this is one of the reasons why I say fuck Daniel Cormier. The fuck does he have to do with WWE?
Brock Lesnar.
Yep. I'm telling you.
You already know it.
Like I said, fuck Daniel Cormier. So Daniel Cormier is the guy.
Yes, he wanted to smoke. He wanted to smoke with Lesnar. All right? The smoke.
First off, Brock would beat the brakes off his ass.
I don't know about that. Daniel Cormier is a tough little fucker.
And so is Brock Lesnar. Daniel Cormier is strong. No, don't get me wrong. Daniel Cormier. If we're all talking MMA, I'll be serious for a second. Daniel Cormier is very skilled. The dude's amazing. Like his only losses are Jones.
Yeah,
pretty much.
No,
Stipe, right? And he just lost to Stipe.
He's got knocked the fuck out by Stipe, though.
Yeah, but overall, the guy is an amazing fighter. Like amazing heavyweight.
Yeah.
I think physically, him and Brock Lesnar, that's a matchup that he really couldn't handle. Olympic wrestler against NCAA championship wrestler, but Brock's got way more fucking speed and agility.
God, we already know Brock's
Yeah,
gonna
but
win the
Brock
fake
doesn't-
fight.
And Brock got power too.
Yes, but he doesn't have the technique.
No, I'm talking about
that
I'm talking about the real
you
thing.
have the technique, and Daniel Cormier is a tough fighter.
won't
Yeah,
see
he is.
We won't ever see the real thing because Brock won't get in the octagon with DC because he will get fucked up.
I don't know. I think Brock would
damn,
take him. Personally, I think Brock would take him. I didn't take my money. If the fight ever does happen, take my money.
My friend are a hater. You just hate Daniel Cormier.
Yeah, fuck Daniel Cormier.
So,
Yeah, seriously, fuck Daniel Cormier. No, I'm not a fan.
you know what, guys? The decade's about to end.
Yes.
And we got to go ahead and give our little opinions on some decade stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I don't know, we can go, we can start with, superstar of the decade.
Well, pretty much.
Male superstar of the decade.
A little insight to what we're doing. We decided to pick 3 topics, right?
Go ahead.
Because everyone, all over the internet for the past couple weeks, I've been seeing it. I know you guys have seen it. Who's your top wrestler of the decade?
The decade!
Like, who's this of the decade? So
The decade!
So we decided to just pick the 3 main categories in pro wrestling.
Decade!
We picked male superstar, we picked the female superstar, and we picked the tag team. But the female superstar, I think we should start off with that one because it's kind of a joke.
You want to start out with the females?
Well, I mean, we should because I feel like over the last 10 years...
Why would Eddie get his?
Well, Eddie didn't really give us one, so...
See? He doesn't even know.
He couldn't even pick one.
Because when we came up... You know what?
We were on the spot.
Me and Brian decided that we were going to pick our female superstar of the decade. The last decade, the greatest superstar of the decade.
Yes.
And females.
Yes.
And you know what, Brian?
Hold on. But before we begin, over the last 9 years,
Yes.
there hasn't been a woman that I believe can match the statistics of my female.
Not mine neither.
Yeah, because...
Not mine neither.
Yeah, because I...
Not mine neither.
Because I can say this. Out of my female of the decade, she's never lost at WrestleMania.
Neither is mine.
What?
No, mine hasn't lost a WrestleMania. You know what, Brian?
Yeah.
You know what?
Yeah.
Put it on the screen!
Ladies and gentlemen.
Superstar of the decade. I got Peyton Royce.
Yep, and I got Billy Kay.
The longest reigning. The total shoe wanted, Eddie.
You were there.
You were there.
Hold on, wait. Before we continue, let's do that again.
Yeah.
Camera's on us.
My bad.
You were there.
You were there.
You and Carl Bird.
Had to
I
stop.
reminded him of that today earlier.
I'm gonna channel my inner Baker.
All right. Hashtag Bird. Meme this, please. Yeah, but you were there for that.
Britt Baker doesn't have WrestleMania.
And they went to WrestleMania and they won. Never lost.
Never lost.
Never lost.
Never lost.
Did Ronda Rousey ever lose at WrestleMania?
Yep.
Okay.
She's 1-1.
Charlotte Flair.
She's 1-1.
Yeah. Becky.
Becky's 1-1.
Sasha?
Actually, wait. Becky's pre-show 1.
Yeah.
And 1.
Yeah. Charlotte Flair.
Yeah, 1-1.
Trish Stratus. She came back, right?
Yeah, she got figured.
Yeah. Yeah, that was true. Mickey James.
Yeah. she was
She was in there,
Yeah.
by the way.
And licking the fingers, too.
Yeah, she, all that stuff. Yeah. But yeah, no. I mean, my female, my girl's a meme. My girl came out with one of the best memes to the point where they made a 10-hour loop of her saying 2 words.
Hey, Kayla!
Literally. Does your girl got a meme?
You gotta be joking me!
Yeah, she got 2. Another one. That's a twofer. Like, come on. What other female has done anything in the past 10 years that anywhere resembles what these 2 women have done?
Kabuki Warrior.
Who?
You know?
Oh, I was undefeated for 560-something days, and then I went to WrestleMania, and then I got buried by Ric Flair's daughter.
And they couldn't even beat Charlotte.
Yeah, you couldn't even beat Charlotte.
I can honestly beat Charlotte.
Yeah.
You know?
They have. They hold wins. You know what I mean? So I know my nominee for female of the year
Yes.
has a damn good shot, or my person for
You know what? My guy is just a good shot.
I believe so too.
This is good.
She never lost at WrestleMania.
Hey, Eddie, who's your picking out of ours?
Yeah.
Alicia Fox.
I mean, can I say it? Can I say it and not be?
Natalia Neidhart.
Go ahead.
Oh, wait, to address Alicia Fox, could we give her the award for staying sober for 11 years? No?
11 days, 5 days, 2 days, a day. You got a legend fired because you couldn't keep the bottle out your mouth, among other things.
Ronda Rousey's husband,
In her mouth.
Wade Barrett.
In her mouth. She had more things in her mouth than Paige. Turn the page.
Pages.
You see how I just turn the page?
So did Brad Maddox. And Xavier Woods.
See,
Turned around, flipped it, and reversed it.
Yep. Sorry. Alberto Del Choco.
Ooh, that was Lobo.
Oh, sorry. Yeah. Who was choking who that night? That's all I want to know.
Depends on the police report.
Oh, my Lord. In the airport? Eat the cake in it, man. Anyway,
I meant the restaurant.
I just can't believe I just sat through like 5 minutes of iconic.
Those are.
Hold on, women of the decade.
I got.
What? Females of the world. You have just been set back.
that's not how you say
decade.
it. That's not how you say it. Iconic.
This right here just set y'all back a decade.
Excuse me.
Yeah.
What I said about my nominee, Billy Kay?
Yes.
Facts, bro.
It's facts.
All facts.
All facts, bro.
Last time I checked, facts.
Facts, bro.
Memes.
Hashtag
Gifts.
Facts.
Mania.
Future is
iconic.
Come on, man. Just join it one time.
How the hell did we not win Best Comedy?
One time, man. Come on, man. One time. Come on. Does the Kabuki Warriors have a car mask commercial? Nope. Okay, well, let's get to the real one.
No. That was just us having fun, honestly. But yeah, that was pretty good.
All right. Can we get to the real one?
Yeah, Eddie, no, seriously. Who is the real female? Because honestly, any name you're going to say is going to win.
I literally, if I'm judging, because I'm judging this based on who has made it through these, from 2010 to 2020, as a female, literally, I have two options, well, three. You said Jazz earlier, but
I mean, Jazz did hold that woman's title.
But you can say this.
You had Alicia Fox, who technically started off the decade as a Divas champion.
She's a legend.
That's true.
She's a legend.
And Natalia Neidhart.
She's a
But
legend.
think of it like this, right? Not only is it
They haven't made any impact, but
that's what I'm saying. But in the past 10 years, who do you think has made probably the biggest impact as a female, or is probably the most recognizable, or the biggest champion, or whatever, in your eyes? As
I would
a
have to
female?
say AJ Lee.
I like that one.
That's a good one.
Because leading up to that point, to AJ Lee's pipe bomb, it was the Divas era. And we all know the Divas era sucked.
And can I just say this?
Sucked.
Can I just say this? AJ's pipe bomb was fucking awesome.
Before her, you had some girls out there trying. You had Angelina Love and everything over at Impact trying
Still
over
the
at
best
TNA.
entrance ever. Still the best entrance ever.
There was really no heavy people weren't really heavy into the independent scene for the women, so it was like,
well, it wasn't as mainstream. People were still into it.
Yeah.
Not as hardcore.
I do got a female I want to throw out there, and this literally just popped into my head. Gail Kim.
Gail fucking Kim.
She really tried. She really.
And not only did she
Especially got an Impact.
She carried that Impact women's division for a long time.
You could even throw Austin McCall in there.
Yeah.
Not only she carried that flag though, but she actually passed the torch legitimately to Tessa.
Yep.
Like, I would like to throw Tessa in there, but she's
too new.
She's still way too new.
She's still too new.
Yes. Gabe, just look up AJ Lee pipe bomb. You will see it. She ethered
the entire
Diva. This is back when the Divas were around.
Yeah, the entire Diva.
She ethered them. I'm sorry. It was beautiful.
When she got that tattoo, bro. Yeah.
It's like, it's real hard because we go through these waves of where it looks like women's wrestling is going to take a turn for the better, and then it just starts to take a downslide and back burner for everybody.
Well, how about this? How about another name? What if we do throw Charlotte Flair in there? Because if you think about it,
It's just
even though it hasn't been 10 years, what she's done in the 5.
But then I could throw Tessa in there.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. You could throw one of those names in there as like a woman of the decade, because the women's revolution or evolution or whatever the fuck people want to call it, it really started over the past 5 years.
Yeah, it really did.
It really has.
Not even. I would even go maybe.
Remind me to blow that vapor up like that again.
Yeah, that shit just fucked up. That
was
whole
awesome.
It did, but
The rascals.
You want to go maybe 4 or 5 years that evolution, because AJ Lee tried and it looked like it was taking, like I said, it always looks like it's taking a turn for the better, and then goes backwards. Like,
and then you got Paige.
She handed her the torch, but then Paige
got injured.
And
then you think about the horsewomen. When the horsewomen got called up, it was really a big deal. Like, they did a whole skit about it. They literally threw them in different groups.
The minor league horsewoman.
Yeah.
And then drop the fuck.
Because Maria Shafir is out here. Okay, I'm leaving now.
How the hell did you just say that with a straight face?
I'm out of here. No, I'm out of here.
But no, but like I said, if you really think about it, the last 4 or 5 years, the real women's one, like you can even throw a Jordan Grace in there. You can throw a Jessica Havoc because when she first debuted, she was something different.
I can't throw a Jordan Grace in there because as much as hot as she is,
Yeah.
what has she really done? She hasn't made an impact quite yet.
Yeah. But a Tessa you can see.
Sasha Bailey.
Yeah.
Believe you do, and I don't give a damn what you say. That women's match that they had at TakeOver New York was one of the best women matches ever.
Yes.
Hands down.
And like I said, you really got to go outside of like main roster to.
Well, it just shows how much better NXT is in the main roster because they have never even came close to duplicating something like that.
Never. And they have the piece, and that's the part, like I say all the time as a wrestling fan. You have the pieces right in front of you, but the puzzle just don't fit right. Why?
Vince don't like women's wrestling.
That's what I'm saying. Like, it's obvious.
He is so mad he can't go back to fucking Jello and fucking mud fights with them because
First
they're
of
throwing
all,
panties.
I enjoyed those.
Yes.
Yeah, but I guarantee you,
lingerie pillow fight.
Vince McMahon.
Bra and panty match.
This is bra and panties matches. You know
too.
this old perverted
So does
Me too.
everybody else. Don't just put that on Vince.
But
I miss that shit too.
Oh yeah. Sponsors, stockholders, and the goddamn fucking stock market shit.
Yeah.
We'll never see that again on the main roster. Maybe Triple H will slide that in there one
We'll
day.
never see Mae Young's titties again.
Oh fucking Christ!
I don't want to see Mae Young's titties again. Please no.
No female that old that much screen time.
Here we go. Gary threw a good one out there. He said Asuka. You got to remember, when she was in Japan, she was one of the biggest female dames out there, and that was for a
How
couple
about she was
of
in
years.
NXT? She was.
Exactly, and
She
she
had
Io.
Yeah, you can throw Io Shirai in there too.
Who's that? I'm sorry, Io's good.
Yeah, you're thinking of the other one.
Yeah, the one that's
Not in the top 100 at all. I checked. You did too. You talked about them. You went through the whole list and verified.
Insane elbow.
She mysteriously won the women's championship without pinning the champion. I'm just throwing that out there.
They can't even break a table.
Screw job.
You guys suck. You can't even break a table.
And the match is over. Bobby Lashley wins.
Oh, that match sucked.
That was really bad.
Yeah.
All right,
but stuff from time to time.
So is this a pay-per-view that people? They're so lucky that they got the network.
Is CJ Perry natural?
Because
all natural, from what I hear.
This would not sell any pay-per-view buys.
No. Honest to God, they probably wouldn't. Honestly,
the gravy match.
Huh?
The gravy match.
Gravy bowl match.
Yeah,
that's right. The phone matches, they had all that stuff. So,
and that is why you don't get into storylines in Vince McMahon's federation with your wife.
Yes.
Anybody notice that? Now all of a sudden, Dana's over here hollering at Batista. Now all of a sudden, she's on the storyline where she's kind of chummy with Elias.
Didn't she pull out the Batista bomb?
Yeah. But now she's all of a sudden Vince is trying to work her to a romantic storyline with Elias.
Yeah.
Fucking Vince and his fucking petty fucking jealousy. Like,
you gotta love
somebody. Wait a minute. Pointed out in the NAW, dude. That dude is trying to ruin every household.
Everybody. Oh! Just wait.
Greatness.
Wait till poor Montez has his wife thrown into some cockhole storyline with this bad boy that he got.
She ain't coming up. She ain't coming up. I can't believe they made them lose on Monday Night Raw.
Why is his assistant in the camera?
Shut the fuck
up.
Wait,
why is Montez Ford's assistant getting camera time?
Why do we hate D'Angelo Dawkins?
The dude has been showing up like a motherfucker.
I still want to know why. What's the reason? Anything. It's been months now. It's 2020. We need a reason.
Just my gimmick.
Can you stop though?
Until you acknowledge that it's the young bucks, not the young buck.
Somebody hit somebody back there. Okay, everybody's just fighting now. Okay, you got Roman and King.
So Roman loses, and now all of a sudden he's.
Oh, we got
now people want to help him.
All hell's breaking loose.
Nobody helped him during the match.
Nope.
Nobody. But now all of a sudden, everybody's coming out to
But you notice that the homies.
Why is Buddy
are still out there?
Shorty
Oh, no,
never
they're
kicking? Like,
Now they're swinging out. Look,
who kicking?
They must have stepped on their Jordans.
Why did the fight just randomly break out?
Because they stepped on his Jordans.
Okay, Jim Cornette.
Say what you want to say. I'm black. I can do that.
Somebody call the cops because Montez's assistant is getting out of control.
He's defending him.
He is not a wrestler. He's not a contracted wrestler to be out there fucking throwing hands on people.
Can you name all the executives in AEW?
Oh my God, we can't do
Can you do that? Can you just do that for me? The executives that wrestle. There's Omega. He's an executive. He wrestles. There's Cody. He's an executive. He wrestles. There's a couple. Who are the other two I'm missing?
Matt and Nick Jackson.
No, seriously, the other two. I said the other two.
Matt and Nick Jackson.
Who the fuck is this Nick Jackson guy?
I just think.
Who is this other? Who the fuck is that? Can somebody tell me who Nick Jackson is?
Oh God.
I don't know, but he's a lot more entertaining than the assistant over here.
Is he?
Yeah.
Is he? Because he doesn't exist.
I never seen Montez's bag boy ever do any Meltzer drivers or anything like that or perform any.
Matt is so bad that Cody had to recruit Big Brother that battled on him 2-on-1. Come on, man. One of the best promos ever.
I never know where to go.
Fuck the Young Bucks.
I don't have a dog in the
And
fight.
poor Montez Ford still hasn't recovered from being the one-man tag team champions on the NXT. That's why he doesn't get any TV time. The poor man's got a back injury for carrying a division down there by himself.
Can I just say this?
A tag team division. You know how hard it must have been for him to get up every morning, put 2 belts on his shoulders, and carry them bitches around?
I'm gonna say
that's why he had to hire a bag boy.
This is what I like.
Carry my bags. I got to hold these 2 belts.
This is what I gotta say about the Young Bucks, okay? This is what I gotta say about the Young Bucks, all right? Because I hate you, okay? For every great tag team has their weak link. For every Bret Hart, there's a Jim the Anvil.
Can I have another one? I'm gonna finish this.
For every Enzo and Cass, there's an Enzo. For every Matt Jackson, there's a Nick.
And
for every Luchasaurus, there's a Jungle Boy.
I said your mouth! You lost your mouth! You did not come at the Jurassic Express.
Who's that? The fuck is Jurassic Express?
You don't mention Luchasaurus and Jungle Boy outside your face.
I'm sorry, but Nick Jackson is the equivalent of Marco Stunt. Like, why the fuck are you there? Like, you got something good going with just... You're gonna bring...
At least Marco can jump off the top rope unlike the bag boy over here. Who has to watch his boy do all the fucking leaping all over the place.
Can you blame him?
Can
you blame him?
You think Dawkins can do that kind of height in a 5-star
Can anybody else besides... Come on.
Free cruiserweights, man. Some guys with some ropes attached.
I said Cara can't get that high off of the trampoline, bro.
If these two lose their titles tonight, I'm done.
They're not iconic.
All right.
Yes.
Before we transition to this,
yeah,
because there's something special with that one too. Can I just really quick say, Angelo Dawkins and Nick Jackson are real people, ladies and gentlemen.
They would be the worst tag team in history, though.
I would call that you can't see me.
I was just about to say that. Literally was just about to say that.
And John Cena's their manager.
Oh, Jesus.
We will never see that 3
And Dawkins would have to carry all the weight every match.
He's not all the weight.
True. Well, of course he would carry. He's the bad boy. He's going to carry all that stuff. You know, damn well got to carry Cena's boots. Because he can't fit in them.
Would Nick even fit in at Titus Catering? I don't even think they would let him,
Dawkins looks like he's been at Titus Catering way too much.
Nick would even be a former...
I need a drink.
He would even be a 24/7 champion.
Poor Montez is like 2% body fat. And fucking Dawkins is just making up for him.
It's okay.
Looking like Otis.
Don't do that.
You leave Otis alone. This man brought somebody 2 fully cooked hams.
This is all through on the floor.
You want to know what a raw ham is?
Huh?
Want to know what a raw ham is? Useless. Just like Nick Jackson. That motherfucker is useless. He is raw ham. That's what we call him from now on. You got nougat and raw ham. You both belong in Titus Catering.
I am not a nougat.
All right, we gotta move on, man. Can we get the nails on the decade?
Yeah.
Vince, do not bury these poor Asians worse than you already buried them.
Well, you got to give me the cue. You got to give me the cue.
them.
You got to give me the cue for it.
Oh, that's what you want to do?
Yeah. Well, I mean, we can't do it without it now. It's become a thing. Or we're making it into it.
Put it on the screen!
All right, there it is.
Ladies and gentlemen, we at the UWO podcast are known for a couple of things. We're known for laughing, because I laugh a lot. We're known for talking wrestling, because that's what we do. And we're known for burying people every damn week. Every week. So this week, shit, Eddie, have at it. Your ass has been MIA and shit. You go ahead.
Do it for the culture. Cedric Alexander, get your ass in this hole.
Cedric
Alexander is getting buried because Vincent Kennedy McMahon has buried him. He lost to Mojo Rawley on a dark match, on a main event taping. He lost to Mojo fucking Rawley on a fucking main event taping before Raw. He had a match and lost to Ricochet on a main event. Ricochet and him had a match on a main event taping. Let that sink in. Cedric Alexander is on main event dark matches. Losing to Mojo Raw. Do you know who remember Mojo? Remember the guy with the lines in his face?
He was on SmackDown recently.
Remember the guy who was talking to a mirror, telling himself, "You're better than this"?
The views and opinions of Eddie Ortiz.
Cedric Alexander is buried. He is buried. If you think he is not buried, he lost to Mojo Rawley.
Can I just see the hate comments?
Yeah, let me click this.
Dominic, take it easy on him.
He lost to Mojo Rawley. His wife is sitting in AEW right now like, honey, you need to get the fuck out of there. Pull the ACH and get the fuck up out of there. Because the man is buried. He went from potential... Everybody was like, who's going to be United States champion?
Uh-huh.
How many times you hold that belt? Huh? Remember when everybody was like, oh, he's getting pushed? Remember? Everybody was like, he's on TV. He's got the... Oh, he was on a segment with Roman Reigns. He was playing a janitor who's supposed to be crippled. That was a big push. Yeah, that was... He lost to Mojo. Okay, I'm burying him. Vince put him in the hole. Okay, I'm just throwing the dirt over. I'm doing all of us the justice and throwing the dirt on Cedric. It's done at this point. Okay.
You invited him.
You invited him. They gave his spot to Humberto Carrillo, the worst Garza. I'll give you fucking Angel Garza. That kid's gonna be a star.
He is.
But Humberto?
Can I just say this?
Humberto's not bad.
Can I just say this? Yeah, I'm with Eddie on this one. Can I just say this really quick?
He literally is out there now.
Yeah, I'm just happy they changed the fucking theme song. That Dalagas. That shit.
Dalagas. That song.
It's like really good right now.
Yeah, they do.
But
she paid for him.
Yeah.
Oh, don't pop him again. Mm-hmm. But come on, you gonna tell me?
Agreed. I'm with Eddie. I agree.
Cedric is done. He's done. Well, not full blown ACH. Don't get racist with it, but
don't forget the super bitch.
He needs to get himself up out of there.
We had to talk about
Cedric needs to get himself up out of there.
Yeah.
Cedric does not deserve this.
Agreed.
He does not deserve to be losing to Mojo Rawley. This guy is named after a Powerpuff Girls fucking villain. Mojo Jojo.
I am Mojo Jojo.
Okay? Now, if he came out saying that...
Hold the rope for the queen, you peasant! I'm sorry, continue.
At this point, Mojo came out saying, I ain't Mojo Jojo. That'd be the most entertaining thing that he's ever done.
True.
But Cedric losing to Mojo Rawley.
What's up with the lightning bolt? Good question. Never got a closure to that.
And what did Mojo do after getting that victory? He got some pipe laid on him. Pause. By KO.
Phrasing.
And then bruises.
KO fucked his ass up.
You're ruining some kid's childhood right now, bro.
But let's be real. Cedric is done. Like, he got his spot took by given to Humberto Carrillo, who is on his way out himself. Let's not be fooled now. Humberto's pretty much done, and I'm still praying for fucking Ricochet, but he don't look too bright he might be in that hole soon too himself. Okay, the resident superhero.
Oh, they finally got...
Yeah, they got new theme music.
But, yeah, that's my burial. Cedric, sorry, man. I had hopes for you.
Is it my turn yet?
If you would like to go right ahead.
I'm unburying Cedric Alexander. Get about that hole, bro. No, I'm just kidding, man. I'm just kidding.
Trust me, AEW is already been in talks with Big Swole. She's like,
oh, she signed.
She signed, but he's like,
oh, he's talking.
You know, Cody's sitting back there like, just make sure, just nudge your husband over here.
Is it my turn yet?
It's your turn.
Present company involved. Present company included. A tuck rule happens. Crickets from you guys. It's really a rule. It's really a rule.
Yeah, we know that.
It's really a rule.
We definitely know that.
Oh, cool. Okay, that was the big one.
That was a tuck.
No, that was a fucking fumble even with the tuck rule. Anyway,
coming back down.
I'm not done yet. As early as last year, a Buffalo Bills wide receiver bobbles the ball but secures it to the ground. You said that he didn't maintain control in his Patriots ball under 20. Crickets?
He didn't make
crickets.
Crickets. Completed the catch.
Okay, a Steelers tight end catches the ball, dives into the end zone for a touchdown. They call it an incomplete pass. Crickets?
I don't care.
Crickets. Crickets. Dallas Cowboys get called for 2 tripping penalties on their
They should be tripping.
NFL called
Are you
it
tripping?
themselves the next day that that was some bullshit. Crickets.
They trip.
Let's talk about this Chiefs versus Patriots game. What's with all this uproar? Oh, they blew the whistle during a fumble. Oh, it was a touchdown and they didn't call it a touchdown. First of all, if you want to, let's break down that little play when he dove into the end zone, shall we?
Yes.
If you hit somebody in the back, what's that called?
Illegal block in the back.
So why did the Patriots get away with it on that play?
I don't know.
Oh, but we don't want to talk about that though. Come on, Skip. Come on, Skip. We don't want to talk about that one though, do we? We don't want to talk about that. How about that? The fumble was gonna be a touchdown. Yeah, because it's so easy to outrun Tyreek fucking Hill, right? It's you know it's
no he fast. That was fast.
I noticed that he had a beat on somebody unblocked. He beat a receiver who caught the ball into the end zone. You're just gonna outrun him?
Can I just say, when his teammate took the ball and caught it and ran it all the way downfield, and he was like 20 yards behind him and then beat him to the end zone was fucking incredible. Continue.
I don't want to bury them though. I don't even want to bury them. That's not. I just wanted to get that out there.
Okay.
You know who I want to bury? I want to bury that referee who got powerbombed through the table by Nyla Rose.
Hold on, before you continue, can I just say one thing when it comes to the whole Patriot thing?
Yeah.
Why are you bringing up old shit?
Well, they hate us because they hate us.
Why are you bringing up old shit?
Oh, want me to get to the cameras?
No, because we won.
Want me to get to the cameras?
I mean, we won today.
Why are you bringing up an existence that's been erased by the Infinity Gauntlet?
Yeah.
Don't you know Brady said, and that all just went away?
I'm like, where's this evidence that you have?
All right, but
Allegedly, by the way.
Is it my turn up? Is it my turn up?
Okay. Referee, go right ahead.
Okay, because I saw a referee.
Tread lightly, by the way, because you said Nyla Rose.
Yes.
So,
but that referee got Nyla Rose suspended.
Yeah.
Okay.
Which is bullshit.
Where's all the LGBTQ plus people now? Where are you guys now? Your LGBTQ plus hero got suspended. Okay? First of all, Nyla Rose is a man who became a woman to date a woman. Okay? That's LGBTQ plus. Okay? That's plus. That's the plus, right? That's what the plus is? Okay.
So.
Now, so she gets suspended for power bombing a motherfucking.
So you got that apology ready for the Just start typing that out now.
Hey, Dana!
Yes. I just want to go. Can I go? Can I get it out? This isn't about Nyla Rose, okay? This is about the referee who volunteered to get teabagged, okay? Before he got powerbombed through the table. All right? And then he had the audacity, after she gave him the glory hole loving, to go ahead and get him suspended. Okay? All right, that's my berry.
They might catch him and get him suspended.
You're welcome.
You're gonna get damned.
Go ahead. Now.
All right. Well, before I go, because I'm gonna have fun.
That was just a quick one. I'm not going for a half hour.
I have two of them.
I'm not going for a half hour. That was just a quick one.
I do have one, but we do have a little surprise, and this is something that I've been talking about for a while now. We've been.
By the way, she's not really suspended. You know, she just out on medical leave because she's pregnant. Jesus Christ.
All right.
I'm out of here. All right. I'm not.
All right. No. You're gonna enjoy this too. We're going to hell. You guys know that, right?
I'll take a first class. High five.
My bad. Okay. I'm not going for a half hour now. I'm not going for a half hour.
All right, yeah. It's the big one, Elizabeth. But no, there is something I've been asking you guys to do, and we finally got a response. And we have been telling you guys that we do.
Carl just tuned in the wrong time.
Yeah, Carl, you should go back to 90 Day Fiance. But no,
What happened, man?
but no. We finally got our first submission for our fan UWO Burials of the Week. And for anybody out there, like we said, there is an email. We have the email posted on our page. It is UWOpod401@gmail.com. And we actually got a submission. I think Kyle's getting bitched at right now.
She's pregnant.
That is Nyla, and that is her woman. Y'all see it?
I can tell you what it looks like after, but no, we do got a little special treat. We did get a special burial from somebody, and it's not wrestling related. Oh, Jesus Christ! It's on the screen for us right now. That's how far behind we are. But no, we do have a special submission from somebody, and we're gonna allow him to introduce himself. And guys, let's just sit back and enjoy this.
It's not Nyla.
Yeah, it's not Nyla Rosa. Don't worry, but it is somebody who's actually currently in the chat right now. And
Yes, Andrew, he did say that.
yeah,
What did I say?
the glory hole.
And that was Prego.
Yes, he did.
My bad. I'm sorry.
So technically, she owns Disney.
Nah, not because she identifies as a woman. Just that millennial thing.
All right. But let me get to the burial. Let me get to this gentleman's burial. Our first fan submission. We're gonna try to get the giggles out within the next couple minutes.
What I do? You blame Andrew. All right, Andrew's the one that got me started. Okay? Fuck.
I told you to tread lightly.
About to go get some holy water. Get this demon out of me. That's what she told the doctor.
She's gonna evaporate the second it comes towards you.
That's what she told the doctor. Get this demon out of me.
All right, but ladies and gentlemen, our first fan burial of the week. Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Impact.
You know she
What's
beat this
going on,
Inferno.
fellow professional wrestling fans of the
guys don't
UWO
have this shit
podcast? This is Mr. Impact, here with an edition of our favorite segment of the show, the Burials of the Week. And I decided to bury someone that has been on my radar this season, and it's gotten to the point I just can't take it anymore. Los Angeles Chargers quarterback, Phillip Rivers. Mr. Rivers, you've been playing in the NFL as long as Tom Brady has, right? Why is it that each time I see you play, this is what happens at the end of each game you lost this season? Down a score, length of the field to go. You got no timeouts because your defense had to use them all. Oh, by the way, you only have 30 seconds to make this happen. Go get him, Tiger. How is this shit happening to you all the time? Motherfucker, if you were able to deliver for the fake Los Angeles team, y'all could have been undefeated right now, in charge of the AFC, making the AFC your bitch. But no, you, sir, are always guaranteed in such scenarios to throw a pick six or interception right in the end zone to slash your chances of winning. Might as well call it a season, because with 8 losses, how in the flying fuck are you going to make the playoffs? In your entire career, you made the NFC title game once.
I think the first time she got
And
some of this
yes,
stuff sprayed
it
on
was
her today.
against Tom Brady and the Patriots. Since then,
not the first.
you have amounted to nothing. A compiler of useless stats that's going to
She
get
gets
you into the Hall of
extinguished in
Fame.
Espanol.
Because you do deserve it. You're way better at quarterbacking than one douchebag called Eli Manning, and that asshole has 2 rings, and he sucks. You're going to the Hall of Fame as a loser, a stat compiling loser. Please, for the love of all things sane, Mr. Rivers, get off the field, get the fuck off my television, and don't even think about joining commentary either. Phillip Rivers, you are buried by Mr. Impact. Fuck you and your sorry excuse of a career. Go ahead and kiss the underside of Bobby Lashley's ass. Kyle Chapman, you're very welcome. Have a great rest of the show, boys. This has been Mr. Impact on the UWO podcast.
I fucking love Rinaldi.
So I take it you don't like Phillip Rivers.
No, not whatsoever.
You just straight shit on Phillip Rivers.
Yeah, you did.
You know, I don't think he likes him.
Not at all. Rinaldi,
That was good.
that was fucking awesome.
Oh,
Good job, Ronaldo.
Good shit. But no, but like I said, if you guys ever want to submit one, please send it in. But I do have a burial of the week, and before I begin, I just need a little background music real quick. I just need some background music to play. Ladies and gentlemen, bars. Ladies and gentlemen,
Listen to these bars.
No, there's no bars. It's just an instrumental. But bars! I saved y'all the punishment. All right. But no, ladies and gentlemen, there's a few things in this world that you just don't do. Okay? You don't spit in the wind. You don't tug on Superman's cape. You don't ride a motorcycle and drive next to Eddie. You don't let Kyle know about your sexual orientation.
Or lack thereof.
Yeah. And you don't diss Eminem. Nick Cannon. The fuck is wrong with you? You tried it once before, it didn't work out well for you. Do me a favor. Call Ja Rule. Call Benzino. Okay? Call any of those motherfuckers from back in the day. Call MGK, whatever the fuck his name is. Call him. Alright?
Did you say MGK?
Whatever the fuck his name is.
Machine Gun Kelly?
Yeah, that little bitch.
Machine Gun Kelly won.
Who lied to you?
Excuse me, I'm jamming the Gigolo.
Okay. We're gonna pretend like none of that just happened, okay? But Nick Cannon, no. You don't diss Eminem. And then the fact that you got a group of guys.
That diss was trash.
You got a group of guys that sit there and call themselves the Black Squad from your television show.
First of all, those guys are legit battle rappers.
They are legit battle rappers. All right, and they realized when they signed up for this, they're like, you know, Nick, this paycheck better be good. Because our career's over after this one. Like, no, you don't do that, all right? Now you done got a bunch of other people involved that don't need to be involved in this shit, Nick. Stop it. Just let it go. You ain't even with the bitch no more. Like, why is this still a thing? Like, just let it go. You got divorced. In your divorce proceedings, aside from the alimony, they said, is Becky Lynch tied up?
We're going to call this spot the Nyla Rose.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
The strap on.
Ooh, that was nice.
All right. Yep, I'm out here.
Okay.
Yep.
But Nick Cannon, please, take a second look.
Hey, isn't that a conundrum?
Well, her girl might have the strap on.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Okay, this is turning so off. But no. Nick Cannon, just please, just don't do it. Look, I remember you from Nickelodeon. All right, you ran the shit. You made all of that. You made it good.
It's like a paradox now.
You produced Kenan and Kel.
Speaking of a paradigm shift.
You hosted AGT.
I'm sorry. Go ahead, Brian. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
I only do this because it's fucking hilarious. We're going to hell.
Yeah, I am. I got some seats for you.
Yeah, thanks.
I got air conditioning.
Just give me extra. I'm a big guy. But no, Nick Cannon, I'm sorry. This is one of the worst decisions you could have done. Why the hell would you fucking this way? You talk about you got the Black Squad and talk about this man is a friend or like is getting a pass into the black culture. This motherfucker throws the cookouts and invites us. All right, leave Eminem alone. Please don't do it to yourself no more. And I'm sorry, Kyle Gigolo is coming off, and that's my burial of the week.
All right, and just so you guys know, if you was able to stomach that with that annoying background music, Brian went ahead and buried Nicholas Cannon, and Eminem won the battle without even rapping. Let's just be real. Yeah, let's just be real. Like, I'm sorry, Eminem, if you come back, you're gonna be doing yourself a disservice.
Yeah, like it's not even worth it.
It really ain't.
It's not. No, it's almost.
Let Nick have fun.
Yeah,
let's let him have fun. Because you're gonna kill Wild and Out ratings, and then he's gonna go back to primetime TV.
Yeah.
I seriously, at this point, I think that's why he did it. Is just to get the ratings up on Wild and Out. They're like, oh, we gotta see.
You're right back.
You really want Eminem on the fucking show that bad? Like that's my thing.
He does. It was an
Why? Like, what are you gonna get from Eminem being on Wild and Out? Like, first off, his team's probably gonna win.
Because he's trying to get canceled.
Yeah, like
he wants M to go in there and roast him to the point where MTV says, "Can we hire him instead?"
Yeah. And don't get me wrong, like when people want to talk about the street shit too in Detroit, but like, there's a guy named Trick out there. You don't really want to fuck with that dude. Like, yes, he had a one-hit song, but he had that one hit for a reason. He's one of those like mobster motherfuckers who, you know, hey, I'm gonna rap a song. Okay, we'll make a beat for you. Come on in and do a track with you. No, Nick, no. Okay. Leave it alone.
I just had to point something out.
Why are you so obsessed with him?
At the current moment, I am watching the women's tag team champions, the Kabuki Warriors, get married by one white woman.
Oh, here we go. Oscar got a chair. Bam! Oh, she swore. I will say this. They're beating the shit out of each other. There's a lot of weapons involved.
Wait a minute. Wild 'N Out is on VH1?
Is it really? When the hell is it? Can we?
VH1's still a channel?
It turned into. You remember when VH1 was nothing but country music? And it just became, I think Flavor Flav turned it black. Like, the VH1 was done by, like, old country music that nobody ever listened to.
I remember when MTV played music.
Yeah, they don't even do that anymore.
Is BET still a thing?
Honest to God, as a black person, I won't even watch it. Like, I'd rather watch TV One and watch reruns of, like, the Wayans
Anybody
Brothers.
know if BET is still a thing out there in the world?
Maybe. I don't know. Well, waiting for Mr. Chapman.
So Nickelodeon has gotten that old that now he is on VH1. That's
Yeah.
where you go. That's where the old people go to die.
Pretty much.
That's like CBS.
Yes.
It's like, that's where old people go to die. It's VH1.
What's Nia Rose's finishing move?
I don't even want to know. I honestly don't know, and I really don't want to know now.
Just don't say nothing with the word tea and bag in it. Fuck.
Oh, man. All right, but
I was taking a piss. Cause
don't ask if she
So,
stands or sits.
you were taking a piss.
Don't ask if she stands or sits. Don't ask if she stands or sits. Don't ask if she stands or sits. Go ahead, continue. What were you gonna say, Kyle? Please, I just finish the sentence.
Nick Cannon's great. Leave Nick alone. Leave Nicholas alone.
He brought it out. He did it on his own.
But honestly, it wasn't him that did it. Eminem did it. Eminem did that little song with Fat Joe and I forgot whose song it was. But you can look it up. He basically started the war.
Yeah. But is that a battle you choose to fight?
Yes, you gotta defend yourself as a man. The man's coming at your family.
You have a valid point.
Yeah.
It's rap beef, though. Rap beef, nigga!
He knows rap because Nick Cannon said that he doesn't even want to square up with him. He wants him to come out wilding out so they can actually just make a joke of it.
If it works out in the end, more power to him. If not, then who knows?
He don't get bodied.
Yeah, either way, like even if they're making a joke out of it, I'm still more funnier than Nick Cannon is.
Dude said my Gardner got mad, Nicholas. I apologize.
Can I say this? The best meme I've seen all this week was a picture of Nick Cannon in Drumline. It's like the last time Nick Cannon won a battle. And it was just him like this. I'm sorry. But we do have Wrestler of the Decade since, it's a thing now.
Male, female, or other?
Well, right now, I'm not talking about that. All right, we have the... So we have left the tag teams of our tag team picks of the decade and our superstars of the decade. So which one would want to go first, or who would want to go first?
I think the biggest conversation starter were probably because the superstar is pretty clear cut.
Yeah.
I think the tag team is probably going to be the biggest conversation starter.
All right. So would you like to go first with tag team?
Sure. You want to go mine first?
Yes. We will go with yours first. So whenever you're ready.
Put it on the screen.
All right.
Get them boys up there. Tag team of the damn decade. That's right. Everybody's looking at the screen like, oh, come on. Yes, motherfucker. Big E is swerving his hips at WrestleMania, walking down the yellow brick. Actually, that's not WrestleMania. But he's still walking around the yellow brick road. Now, when you talk about a tag team in this decade, right?
Yes.
Who saw the New Day coming when they first got together? Anybody?
Nobody.
I call that the ultimate burial.
When they first got together, remember their vignettes were about them being in church, having church girls singing in the background.
Have you listened to that podcast yet?
Not yet, but I do.
It is very good.
But basically, it was just basically Vince saying, "Hey guys, our truth didn't even want to join them. Like you guys are burying your fucking self. You know what I'm saying? I'm not with this shit." So they came out, and again, everybody was chanting "New Day sucks," and that chant right there, that "New Day sucks," made them the tag team they are today because they flipped out into New Day rocks. Everybody was like, "Oh, that shit sucks." Mm-hmm. Who wasn't chanting it though?
That's right.
At least once. Not to mention 5-star matches on the main roster with the Usos. Had fucking battles with the Wyatt family. How many time tag team champions, bro? Mm-hmm. And they've lasted. Everybody's calling from them to break up. I don't know. Yesterday, they're still around.
Somebody mentioned it today, probably that they're gonna break up soon.
Eddie, yours?
All right.
Oh, Anderson. They have a former world heavyweight champion on that roster too, by the way.
Sure. All right. Kyle, you want to hit me for Eddie?
He did lose in 7 seconds.
Eddie's pick is?
Don't you ever in your fucking life say that again. I heard that. All right.
Hey, I didn't
He said 8 seconds. He said 8 seconds, so don't deny that last second. Every second matters.
Okay.
All seconds matter.
All right, so Eddie's pick for...
Put it on the damn screen.
The Usos. What more can you say? You threw up the New Day, but those 5-star matches were carried by the Usos.
Done.
I went there. Let's be real. From the day they came on, everybody took them as a joke.
That's another,
When they were the colorful team.
Then they started doing
And
the
the dance and everything, and everybody was like, "What the fuck is this shit?"
When we say
when they went Uso
oh
penitentiary,
shit, she didn't go through the table.
Yeah, that hurt.
yeah, you got come on, it's Kyrie Sane. She weighs about 100 pounds soaking wet.
She's like Riho.
Yeah, literally. But
She got skill.
who else has been able to survive the chaos that goes on in WWE as long as they have?
That is true.
Yes, the New Day survived as a tag team, but let's be realistic. It was Kofi on his own for a long ass time there. Xavier Woods and Big E, I would consider them new compared to Kofi Kingston.
Mm-hmm.
You know, Kofi had to ride that out for years by himself. Big E did the whole NXT trip.
Yeah.
I am genuinely surprised at Xavier Woods and where he's at in there because I had Consequences Creed being buried as a motherfucker.
I thought he was done. As soon as it came out, I was like, well, former Impact talent, former NWA,
He's done.
he's done.
Yeah, he's done.
They had
The Usos-
absolutely no direction for him.
Yeah.
The Usos have done everything asked of them, have weathered all the storms.
He lost in 8 seconds. He lost in 8 seconds.
You know, there's a good argument for. There's a genuine argument for Brian's pick, which will come up next. But let's be real. When Brian's pick works, they still.
Oh,
They
shit,
still,
she went through.
They still honor tag team wrestling.
Yep.
In WWE landscape, we know what they do to tag team wrestling. I am genuinely surprised they have not broken up the Usos a long ass time ago. Remember, there was always there was that hit when Naomi and Jay came together. There was that hit that Jimmy's going to break off, and they're going to break them up, and or somebody's going to turn us. It's always been that hit. That one of them's going to turn on the other one. Which brother's going to turn on which one? Yet they're still together.
All right. And Mr. Chapman, you want to throw it to mine?
Put it on the screen.
All right. My tag team is the Briscoes. To me, when you want to talk about longevity, they've been in Ring of Honor together since 2002. They've been there since literally the very first match with Jay Briscoe. Jay Briscoe was in the very first match of Ring of Honor. These guys have been there. They've never left. And all the tag teams that have gone through Ring of Honor in the past decade, you could talk about the world's greatest tag team. They beat them. You could talk about the Hardy Boys. They beat them. You want to talk about Guerrillas of Destiny. They beat them. You want to talk about PCO and Brody Lee. They beat them. Murder City Machine Guns. They beat them. The Young Bucks. They beat them. War Machine. They beat them. Red Dragon.
Young Buck.
Oh, there's 2 of them, man. There was 2. All right.
I think they even hold the victory over the Dudleys.
Yeah, actually no, not. They do hold the victory over the Dudleys, but not in Ring of Honor. Yeah, it wasn't a Ring of Honor.
Still, nevertheless.
Yeah. So when you want to talk about best tag team of the past decade anywhere in the world, the Briscoes are in that conversation. And during that time period when they went separate, Mark Briscoe won the Ring of Honor TV title. Jay Briscoe
they had respectable
title reign. Jay Briscoe's first reign never lost the belt. He got injured.
You always know which one of the tag teams is going to be the breakout.
Yeah.
Everybody already knew Mark Briscoe was going to be the breakout. Jay was always going to be the breakout.
But you know something? While Mark was doing his solo thing, he got singles gold. Jay did his solo thing. He had singles gold. He held the world championship for damn near a year, got injured, came back, won the belt back, and then ended up losing it to Adam Cole. So you know what I mean? Like, these guys over the past 10 years have been some of the most consistent group of guys together, plus their brothers, that we've seen in history of wrestling. Like I always throw out the Dudley Boys. The Briscoes to me are right up there.
Remember the Ding Dongs?
Right, that's
Are they better than the Ding Dongs?
That's why I said the Briscoes are our argument.
And as a matter of fact, to counter your point, your whole team's gimmick is the Briscoes gimmick. I've been saying it since day one-ish. Is day one. I'm not dropping the microphones because I really don't want to buy new ones. Yeah. But you know what I'm saying.
I can't argue with that. It really is the hood version of.
Yeah. It's the hood version of the Usos.
They do the country bumpkin.
But the thing is, that's them. They're country bumpkins who own a chicken farm and work on a chicken farm.
And that's why
they are their gimmick.
And the good thing for them is that WWE passed on them because we already know they would have been fucked in WWE.
Yeah.
totally fucking screwed the WWE, and that's why I went with the Usos.
Not
because
everybody is buried in
the landscape
WWE.
of
No,
WWE.
but you know something? I 100% agree with Eddie. If they went to WWE,
They'd be fucked.
they would be fucked. They would have been the original Wyatt family that ended up getting buried down in NXT and FCW. Hands down.
That's the sucks part. They would have signed at a time when NXT was not that big.
Yeah, they would have been in FCW.
Yeah.
Because when Cesaro came, when he was
That's
Claudio
when they all-
Castagnoli,
that's
they
when
went to
there
FCW.
was rumors.
Same thing with Chris Hero, same
So
thing with Seth
they wouldn't
Rollins.
even
Same
have
with
the
Zayn.
luxury of Triple H NXT.
Yeah, they would have been Bill DeMott.
They would have got Vince and Bill DeMott's NXT, which would have been, okay, run some laps around the ring, or do an obstacle course as a segment.
Mm-hmm.
So they would have been screwed, and that's why.
But to be fair, that NXT was a proving grounds.
Well, yeah, no, that NXT was a proving ground, but it was horrible, man.
But that's why I picked the Usos out of the
Remember Lucky Cannon?
They managed to survive.
Yeah, exactly. Lucky Cannon.
Wow, that's a blast from the past.
Because if you think about it, look at these tag team division over the last 10 years.
It's literally y'all's two picks.
Literally, the Usos have been the survivors in that.
The Usos, and then the New Day came
They
along.
haven't suffered breakup. They haven't suffered, some. They suffered through some bullshit.
Bye, Charlotte.
Ooh.
But, Charlotte dead.
Ooh.
She out for another 6 months now.
She look like that hurt.
But yeah, the Briscoes. Like I said, Briscoes are a very good argument because
You got to put your hands behind your head, Charlotte.
they're also in a place where they love tag team wrestling. They still respect tag team wrestling.
Mm-hmm. And like I said, over the past 10 years, the people have gone to them. Aside from little indie spots and going to Japan or whatever, all of their big time matches have been in Ring of Honor.
And a lot of tag teams, indies or coming out of WWE, have said that to one team they want to face.
Yeah, and everybody
Japan,
says the Briscoes.
Any legit tag team out there in the world, you ask them who's on your list of people you want to.
The Briscoes are
on
top.
the list.
They're on that list at the top. somewhere.
Briscoes, God, and Usos.
Yep.
If that ain't in our top three,
Yeah,
what are you doing tag team wrestling for?
exactly.
Because the Hardys have done it, the Bucks have done it.
Ooh, the Hardys could have been out there.
The Dudleys even stayed together long enough to do it too.
And you want to talk history making with Ring of Honor? They were on the first pay per view. They were the main event of the first pay per view. The 2 out of 3 falls match. So, to me, Ring of Honor, the Briscoes, hands down, are my tag team of the year.
First botch in the match.
But we do have singles competitors. So, who would care to go first on the singles?
You want me to go first?
Would you like to go first?
Yeah. I mean, after I get mine, it's pretty much. Oh, the last decade.
You took.
You're gonna have fun with this one. I can't. As soon as I do this, I'm clicking over straight to the comments.
My wrestler of the decade is Kenny Omega. What? Said absolutely nobody up here. Overrated. Overrated. Spoiler alert.
I did spoil it.
Nobody picked Omega.
I spoiled it by accident. Whenever you're ready.
Put it on the screen.
Okay.
Big dog. Big fucking
These
dog.
guys are still fighting.
Why are people still fighting?
Because they pissed off the big dog.
They've been fighting for the last fucking 45 minutes.
Hey, listen, every now and then you gotta put a 45-minute ass whooping on somebody.
All right.
And who better to put a 45-minute ass whooping on somebody than put it on the screen?
Okay.
The big dog. Yes, Roman fucking Reigns, the man who brought back the WWE title for you, by the way, because nobody else could beat Brock Lesnar. All right, not Kenny Omega, because he saw Brock Lesnar was still in the roster and said, "Well, let's go this AEW thing. Maybe a safe zone for me. I want to stay clear, far away from Roman." Tama Tonga's talked about Roman on Twitter. He thought he wanted smoke. Roman shut that shit down. Said, "Bring that bullshit. Bring it." No, I'm just kidding. But honestly, though, bro, I've been a fan of Roman since.
Look, the bag boys.
Honestly, since the Shield debuted, I always thought that Roman was going to be the breakout star. I thought Roman was going to be the one that they gave the heel turn to break up the group when they threw Seth out there. And I always thought that, I mean, they called him the powerhouse. I thought because of that, his body type, Vince is going to be like, hey, you got the whole world in your hands, bro. Nah, but I mean,
Well, they fucked this Bray Wyatt guy.
Dude, the guy is agile. He's. You guys can boo him. You guys can say that you don't care about him. You guys can say whatever the fuck you want.
Is that the
but
end of the
Roman is
pay-per-view right there?
always
Yeah, it's over.
in the discussion.
That's how a pay-per-view ended.
Yeah.
And you say I'm angry for no reason. No.
The woman Women's Championship match was the main event.
It ended with
Continue,
the
guys.
weakest spear off the fucking balcony I've ever seen in my fucking.
Continue.
But honestly, like I was saying, I mean, the man's been buried by the fans, buried back by the fans. Mm-hmm. When he left Raw, everybody was saying how Raw was a one-man show. Seth Rollins, but Lord behold, you guys hate him now.
I don't hate
anyway,
I hate him for a different reason.
He hates him. Look at his profile picture on Facebook if you think Eddie likes him.
Yeah, that's true. Still haven't changed it.
Seth Clownings?
But seriously though, bro,
Yes, Nick, that was the end. Did you...
The man took a step back from the main event scene. You know what I mean? Because the fans were saying he's getting shoved down our throats.
The man just closed the weakest pay-per-view with the weakest spear off the balcony that I've ever seen in my fucking life.
I just say I love Brian Lucio's comment. He said wrestler of the decade, Bugenhagen.
I saw that too. But dude, but honestly, he took a step back, took a step down, and you guys are honestly saying now, like, wow, he's doing everything that we wanted him to do. He's not in the main event picture. He's still holding it down. Mm-hmm. He's wrestling Baron fucking Corbin and still relevant. Let's just put that out there. He's wrestling Baron fucking Corbin.
Can I just say this?
Fucking relevant.
The sad part
really
is the only
quick.
person finding relevant is this one.
Doc, I will say this, WWE, I'm burying you guys because you guys had the perfect opportunity to bring back Kennel in a Hell match, and you guys did not do it. You should have done it. You've been bringing back all this bullshit, nostalgia, whatever. You should have done the match. You might as well have, because the tables match is just a tables match. Continue. I'm sorry.
Best spear in the business. Edge, Goldberg, even the Pounce. Period.
You gotta have a period.
You gotta put the period at the end. Is not better than Roman Spear. I said it.
Moose.
Gore! Not better.
Moose.
Not better.
Moose.
Not better.
Moose.
Not better.
Moose.
Not better.
Fuck, even Bobby Lashley's still not better spears than fucking.
Actually,
You're lying. That is an absolute
He's throwing one or two.
but continue, Roman.
All right, man. But honestly,
Gore!
is there a belt WWE features that he hasn't held?
Cruiserweight title.
He's not a fucking cruiserweight, bro.
He has championship.
24/7 title.
Well,
That's true.
Well, he's not Nia Rose either, so
NXT
he's not
championship.
going to be dual
North American
competition.
championship. You asked the question.
He's
We're
not
giving you valid answers.
Okay.
He never held it.
Not NXT, because according to Eddie, NXT isn't part of the WWE.
Okay. Cruiserweight title. 24/7 championship.
He could have gotten a 24/7 championship, but he gave it to
But he was
R-Truth.
shook.
He gave it to
He
R-Truth.
was petrified.
I mean,
He didn't want that truth smell.
what kind of an ass clown would ever hold the 24/7 championship?
You better put some respect on that damn title reign, okay?
Here's the.
I'm a former champion.
And R-Truth is like a former, 27-time champion?
It's
Yeah.
some ridiculous number. It's the R-Truth belt, bro.
Seen him out.
It's the R-Truth belt. But honestly, though, man, Roman's stuck around throughout the bullshit, throughout you guys turning on him. Stayed calm, stayed relevant, and stayed the best in the ring.
I give him that. He didn't go on social media and cry like a little bitch. Like
That's true.
Seth Clownings did. It's you guys. You did it to me.
Jericho.
Jericho's been on social media crying like a little. Jericho goes on social media and fucking all of a sudden fucking sails through the roof. Matter of fact, put it on the screen.
Okay. Wait, I wasn't ready. Hold on, wait. Do it again. Ready? 3.
Put it on the screen.
Okay, there we go. And he's wrestling a
Le
decade.
Champion. Okay. The little bit of the bubbly.
Shout out to Brian Lucier. He
I
actually
didn't
has
see
2
your
bottles
boy
of
sell 12,000 bottles in 2 days. He didn't crash any service selling any the bubbly.
But if he put his picture on Lucy Hot, it was
Okay. First of all, I picked a wrestler of the decade. This man started the decade as champion. Is ending the decade as champion.
Because he's
okay?
because
he
he's
is
battling
the champion.
Facts, bro.
You just made the lexicon.
He's fighting.
You just made the lexicon of the champion. Okay, underneath Moxley.
I can't get a shot. No, man.
Okay, underneath Moxley, there's Kyle Chapman.
Kenny from South Park.
And then there's Moxley. And then there's Kyle Chapman. This man.
Scorpions.
Okay.
Scorpion.
Your pick and your pick too coming up wishes they could be like Le Champion. This man has reinvented himself how many times?
A lot.
Okay, he literally was a day winner of and now is a day one of AEW. This man has transcended wrestling.
Well,
name me a promotion that he hasn't stepped into.
Well, he kind of lost all of his lust. He lost all of his
Ring of
luster,
Honor.
lost all of his
Sorry, I
mind.
did it to him. Casualty.
He never was in big time
I'm
wrestling.
sure.
He was never in big time wrestling.
No, never. I've never seen that big.
Not once.
XWA.
Not in the XWA.
Beyond.
NWA. No,
How many federations have we seen your boy in?
Who? Roman?
Yeah.
You've seen him in FCW. You've seen him in NXT. You've seen him in WWE. You've seen him on NXT. Come on.
That was not NXT.
That was NXT.
That was not NXT.
That was NXT.
That was not NXT.
That was NXT.
That was FCW still. Okay.
The first year's a mulligan.
Okay. Le Champion.
He was also.
Okay. He is. How many firsts has your boy done?
Can
0.
I get one?
He couldn't even be the first to beat Undertaker. Okay. 0.
How many times did Jericho beat the Undertaker at WrestleMania?
Okay.
0.
0. Okay. All right.
How many times he fought Undertaker at WrestleMania?
0.
Can I tell you what happened? Roman Reigns came in.
The Undertaker.
Roman Reigns came in WWE.
Champion.
Roman Reigns came in WWE, and your boy went to the safe zone. All of a sudden, he's the biggest star in the world.
I said it. Roman Reigns ain't even the best. Roman Reigns ain't even the hottest star in his own fucking. I'm Raw.
And Jericho isn't the hottest star in AEW.
Oh please, Le Champion is standing on top of the AEW.
There was a name that was mentioned on that lexicon 19 times that is way hotter right now in the world of professional wrestling.
Kenny from South Park?
Yeah, Kenny from South Park. And he's alive. All right? He ain't dead.
Okay. Oh, you better put some respect on Chris Jericho.
Dude, that's piping Dean Ambrose's wife? Come on, son.
Come on. But you better put some respect. For the last decade, this
Who
man.
else can be brave enough to pipe Dean
I
Ambrose's
can't wait to
wife?
listen back to this.
Okay, for the last decade, Chris Jericho has. Okay, motherfucker was the first undisputed champ. Who else beat Stone Cold and The Rock in one night?
Triple H.
Triple H. He's banging the boss's daughter. That doesn't count. When you're banging the boss's daughter, that don't count.
This is way too much
Jericho
fast.
wasn't banging the boss's. Jericho did it the hard way. He actually had to.
So did Triple H.
Well,
We're going to get one in there.
okay.
Speaking of the hard way, how much has he beaten Nia Rose?
What?
All right,
How are you going to... Left turn. Left turn. Total left turn.
Left turn to a brick wall.
Yeah.
I mean, the first man to compete for an AEW Women's title?
Jesus Christ.
He did it way before Disco could.
It's not even working.
All right, no, go ahead, man. Your turn. Listen, I apologize.
Yes, Brian. The list.
The apology was
the list.
the community was looked at as jokes, so they said, "Don't worry, we looking at it as jokes."
Okay.
So I'm continuing. Yes, I know 2 gay guys. Neither one was offended.
Okay. I don't see your boy. Jericho literally came from cruiserweight to be a world heavyweight champion. He wasn't given the spotlight like your boy was.
Damn, we could have used him too.
Who?
Eddie.
No, he was dead already.
Yeah, I can't count him as a decade.
2010.
Like I said, my criteria is for the last decade, not half a decade, not a few years or anything like that. The decade from 2010 to 2020.
Randy Orton.
Randy's so on and off though.
And Randy never went to the safety.
Jericho literally went and became a rock star.
He never went
He
to
did.
Jericho literally became a rock star.
Jericho took more time off of wrestling than Brock Lesnar.
New York Times
Every
bestseller.
other
He became a bestseller.
Every
a
other
rock
week he's on
star.
tour. Every other
TV
week.
show host.
You know, I'm getting tired of this shit.
It's true.
I know, man. I'm joking. I'm trying to
Jericho has done so much.
There is nothing but love for Jericho, man.
So it's like, you gotta give it to Le Champion.
Lionheart,
The man crashing. The man is crashing servers. The man is.
Listen.
He said a little bit of the bubbly, and it became the hottest talent T-shirt.
It was the biggest meme.
All right, let's
like
see.
overnight.
We got the Rockstar, we got the Ayatollah, we got Y2J, we got Lionheart, we got
Raw as Jericho.
Literally, the man debuted, got buried by The Rock because
Yes.
The Rock shit the fucking hell out of
he
him.
did.
First of all, that was the original pipe bomb.
The Rock flamed him. The Rock flamed him worse than Eminem can flame Nick,
Eddie, you're forgetting one
and
specific thing.
survived that.
You're forgetting one thing for your defense. The man knows 1,004 holds.
Has a list to prove it.
Yep, and he has a list to prove it.
No! How many people have been flamed by The Rock like he got flamed and survived? It's the toe and
Vicky
survived.
Guerrero's the only one who compares to that roasting.
So we're not going to pretend like Billy Gunn didn't happen?
Oh, shit, I forgot about him roasting. Oh, man.
My name's Billy.
Well, Billy was never the same again.
Yeah, Billy.
He still ain't the same.
Billy and Chuck, you know.
No! And yes, I'm going to use that song as our theme music next week. Yeah, that really is.
That really is the original. Without the gay undertones.
I was wondering
best friends.
where Chuck Palumbo went.
He's from Rhode Island.
He went to AEW.
Chuck Palumbo's from Rhode Island.
And he got suspended for powerbombing a referee. Have you ever seen him in the same place?
You know what? I actually can't defend Chuck Palumbo. He builds motorcycles and rides motorcycles.
I'm in tears now.
So Chuck
I'm still going to turn.
Chuck Palumbo, you're getting flamed because you're.
And now you had a turn. She turned out. What's your name from? I'm sorry.
See, Brian.
This is all
Brian's
Andrew's
waiting at
fault.
his bubbly.
Brian ordered 2 bottles
He
of the
crashed the server and sold 12,000 bottles of grape juice.
Brian, excuse me, Carl. If you put my face on Billy and or Chuck, there's going to be some problems and repercussions.
I called him Zonerico. Hell yeah.
The game is 3.
You mean the one that was the catcher and not the pitcher?
Who, Rico?
Yeah.
He's also a former champion from American Gladiators.
He's also a champion from gay porn. He managed a gay porn couple.
Brian, you watch your mouth. Rico wishes he was Orange Cassidy. He wishes he was freshly squeezed.
Oh man! All right, so I have my turn. I do have my wrestler.
Now his balls were freshly squeezed.
Why is it whenever I start?
She freshly squeezes them into that thong every single time.
Every time I start something, Nyla Rose comes up.
The poor guy's got to put up another fucking apology.
Who got a worse ass, Lizzo or Nyla Rose? I'm sorry, right, Brian, get yours right. Put it on the screen.
All right, look at Charlotte's flat ass.
Oh, all right.
She was twerking.
Well, as you guys can see,
she was twerking on TV. It's a butt-out dress.
Everyone's funny. The entire world said it's for KG.
She's sponsored by Prince.
I'm sorry. She did.
I can't believe you just said butt-out jeans. I haven't heard that since like '92.
Oh, I'm sorry. She did though. She walked into a Lakers game with her ass off, literally.
But all right, so my selection for wrestling.
Carl Anthony Towns had to get up out of there.
She really said her favorite was Carl Anthony Towns while staring right at LeBron, trying to read his numbers, but she did it backwards.
I can't go Okada because it's a decade.
But no, I'm gonna go with.
Put it back on the screen.
I gotta put it back on the screen.
Put it back on the screen.
All right, so again,
hi, Cole Cabana.
Yeah, so my person for the wrestler of the decade is Mr. Phil Brooks, a.k.a. CM Punk.
You're going to get us canceled.
One of the things I said when we were talking with Eddie with the females earlier is the impact of somebody during this 10-year period. The reason why I chose CM Punk is because if you look at his career, his breakout part of his career, aside from the pipe bomb, really started with the Straight Edge Society. And that was around 2010. That's when people were looking at him as this evil, devilish Jesus figure or whatever, to the point where he was at shows and people were literally throwing batteries at him and old people were throwing drinks at him and shit.
Well before Saudi Arabia.
Way before all that shit.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But Punk became a star then. And he really broke out and became a star with the pipe bomb. The pipe bomb happened, everything blew up. The game done changed. The guy started dropping Ring of Honor in New Japan. This guy started... I'm afraid y'all are reading the comments.
I just did, Steve. You're crazy.
Oh boy, but like the pipe bomb happened. Punk had his little moment. His little summer of Punk came back, was the hottest thing in pro wrestling. Guy had one of the longest reigning world title reigns in over 20 years, up until whenever Brock Lesnar came back around. Like, Punk was changing the game. He's the reason why guys are coming in and are actually able to use their name, like an AJ Styles or a Samoa Joe, are able to actually have that name value from the indies, being the first real quote-unquote indie guy we've seen, and make a name for himself. The changes he's always wanted happened after he left. The guy stood his ground, said, fuck this shit, I'm out. And the reason why I use the last 5 years as this example is, for the past 5 years, every single year, no matter where they go, what do people chant when they're pissed off at WWE?
AEW, CM Punk.
CM Punk.
I'm not done yet. There's this is boring. This is bullshit. What?
But what's the one constant name?
Yeah, CM Punk. Man.
They say CM Punk 24/7. They've never forgotten about this guy, and even now to the point where him coming back on backstage on the internet has been one of the biggest stories. For years, people have been saying, "When is CM Punk coming back?
Yeah.
Where's he coming back?"
Yeah.
Everybody has talked about this man while he was nowhere near the business.
And he does not want to smoke with Seth.
Whether he does or not, CM Punk, one of the biggest names in the
He obviously
past
didn't
10
want the
years.
smoke from Jericho because he didn't go to AEW.
Hey, see, that's why he's doing commentary now on the backstage show. But he's playing with that Fox money.
I just fucked that screen up again.
It's okay. So, but no, my pick for the wrestler of the decade, I'm going with CM Punk.
Oh, he got Okada.
Yes.
He got Okada. Brian Lucier. Surprise, New Japan.
Yeah, we're not going to talk about that TNA run though, Brian, because
I don't remember that TNA.
yeah, he was dressed up like the Green Hornet.
Holy shit, that was Okada.
Yeah, he was Samoa Joe's lackey, the one with the Green Hornet mask.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was Okada.
Holy shit.
Yeah.
Wow. And then became probably the second best wrestler right now. Period.
He was one of the top in the world for years. The guy's been killing it at Wrestle Kingdom, and he's in the main event again.
Well, third.
Yes,
third best
Brian,
wrestler.
you provided a very.
He might be the best in New Japan.
You provide a very, very valid argument for Okada.
Yeah.
But is he a best-selling author? Is he a rock star?
I mean, those are valid points that he's making.
Literally,
Is he undefeated at WrestleMania?
Jericho came back. Okay, got his scarf over. Got his light bright jacket over.
Dude,
the man spent like how many months just coming out, walking around, and leaving, and the entire crowd was going fucking batshit for
The
him.
man clicked a pen. The man got scarves over. He got a list over. Lexicon. Bubbly.
Dude said, ooh, a little bit of the bubbly after winning the belt, and it became...
Put it this way. He went to Okada's house and got them over.
Well, he went to Okada's house to try to put over someone who was
He
overrated.
drew over 100,000 people to New Japan World.
Yeah, but that's true. But somebody had to like watch this overrated dude that everybody's saying is the quote unquote best bout machine. But he needed Chris Jericho to achieve a moniker that New Japan wasn't doing without Jericho.
Actually, Chris Jericho went to Japan to fight Kenny Omega.
Because he was that damn good.
Yeah.
And he's going back to fight Tanahashi.
Yeah.
Can't wait.
That I can't wait.
Can't wait.
We gotta discuss some New Japan next week.
Oh hell yeah.
Yeah.
I know Brian's in the building for that one. By the way, Tanahashi, another one that's overrated.
Wow.
Overrated.
Oh,
Really?
Jesus Christ, we're going to get bombed. They're going to go Pearl Harbor on your house.
Blue car. And I live here.
I mean,
They're going to treat you like you're a dolphin or a whale from South Park.
Fuck
you, dolphin! Fuck you, whale!
Tanahashi, you know, Jay White, Baron Corbin.
Oh, Jay White is overrated.
It's all the same. Baron,
Does he have another title shot?
he does.
Yeah,
Really?
He's going after Naito.
What?
But his matches have gotten better.
I really gotta catch up on
His
New
matches
Japan.
have gotten better. Give it up to we shit out of him.
This is the thing about Jay
At
White.
least say that he's
No. Jay White is not a bad wrestler.
Yeah.
He's fucking white mayo on like white bread with the crust cut off with a glass of milk on the side eating sugar.
Well, he got a goatee now. So he got
Whoa.
a
You added one chocolate chip to the cookie.
Gato's paying off.
Lord knows Jay White's more entertaining in the ring than Ospreay.
Wow.
His matches are boring.
Can I just say this?
His matches are boring. He's a boring wrestler. He gets carried every time he gets into the ring.
Let me say this.
I'm sorry.
Takahashi, first off, I'm so happy he's back. I'm so happy Takahashi's back. Ticking Time Bomb is one of my favorite guys in New Japan, and then he got hurt. I can't wait to see him versus Ospreay. I cannot wait to see him versus Ospreay.
He said,
Can I just see the comments? Because I'll probably get
You're gonna
shit
get
out right now.
Brian's about to murder you.
Yeah, oh, I know. He's
Brian's
he
gonna
did
murder
say
you.
it. He did, Brian.
Yeah.
He said,
man.
Ospreay is over.
Yeah, that's exactly literally what he just said.
What?
He's like, so next you're gonna say, well, Ospreay's overrated.
I mean, he is. He can't hang around with. Listen, he can't last 10 minutes in a ring with Roman. All right. He better bring his ass to AEW where it's safe too.
B, I might need to hit you up for them logins.
I mean,
I don't think Ospreay was selling his boots to get in the ring against Roman because he'd be like, can he even keep up with me? He's gonna be out of breath in 5 minutes.
Let's bring.
After the first sequence, Roman's on the ground. Holy fuck, this kid's cardio. Holy shit.
I mean, that's cool and all, but let's just go. Why AEW is the safe zone? Dean Ambrose, before he left, couldn't beat anybody. He got beat by EC3, and I can't name you another person that has. He's the number one contender right now for the AEW Heavyweight Championship. Safe zone.
The man went through a barbed wire bed the other day.
I said it.
Glass.
Safe zone. Safe zone.
He went from
Safe zone.
Mitch the Plant
Safe.
to being himself again. What's the safe zone?
By the way, he still owes Jericho $5,000
for that damn jacket. Sparkles and shit.
Oh, I can't wait till that comes back up in the story. I can't wait till Jericho comes out there and says, you still owe me for that jacket.
No, he did. He actually did say that during one of the promos.
He did already?
Yeah, I think it was this week. Actually, he brought it up to him. I'm waiting for him to talk about Mitch. We need justice for Mitch, man.
He brings out a little plant. Remember Mitch? Oh, this is his son.
This is Mitchell Jr.
Oh, dude, if Will Ospreay goes to AEW, I swear on everything, I want that to be his first opponent.
Yes.
I want that to be his first
opponent.
If Will Ospreay goes to AEW, we need to create a fucking high-flying world title or something.
Don't even
Sky Belt or
just
something.
give us Ray Phoenix versus Will Ospreay again.
Yes.
Just do that.
Shut up and take my money.
Dude, that's all you need to do.
And just put it on replay.
All right. Well, we do got a few more minutes because I know you must leave.
Yeah, I got responsibilities and shit.
All right. So, what was the best thing that came out of this decade, and what's the worst thing that came out of this decade?
Is it me first?
In pro wrestling, anybody? Yeah.
The best thing that came out of this decade in pro wrestling is the emergence of NXT.
Okay.
And the start of AEW.
Okay.
The worst thing that came to this decade is Kenny Omega getting exposed for the fraud that he is. While he's in Japan, everybody's saying the best bout machine. While he's in the U.S., you are mediocre at best. MJF is better. Luchasaurus is better.
But you know it. MJF's better. He'll know that.
Yeah, he'll tell you.
Salt of the earth. Nice guy.
Hell, at this point, Brandon Cutler is better. All right? Listen, he's worse.
See, this is what I don't get. You accept a VP like Triple H burying talent.
Triple H doesn't bury talent. He enhances it.
Booker T might have a
Back in the 90s. Talk to me about the early 2000s and the 90s.
All those victims of the clique.
Booker T was Steve Austin.
All those victims of the clique might want to have a conversation.
Name one. There was never a victim of the clique. You're going to bring Bret Hart out your ass, ain't you?
Entire roster for the ruthless aggression era that was on talk with you.
Yeah, it's true, too.
Okay.
But honestly, though,
at least Kenny's out there.
I gotta say this,
Kenny's
though.
Really
but that was Triple H when he wasn't in management. Triple H since become in management. Think about all of the stars
he made. He put his penis within Stephanie McMahon. He was in management.
So Macho Man was management?
I mean, he was in management.
So Macho Man was management?
Huh?
Macho Man was management?
Wow, we're really gonna give that rumor some credibility.
Well, Macho Man did get a easy little schedule after that, and was doing commentary.
Yeah, he took some time off.
Was spotlighted a lot and everything. So.
I mean, then he did get let go.
Listen,
but then he did get
more money.
Macho Man was bumping R. Kelly a long time. That's all I gotta say about that. Now, think about it. Think about it. That was a catchy one. Come on. That one was good.
All right. So Eddie,
Stephanie was 15.
Positive thing about the decade and negative thing about the decade.
Without mentioning Vince motherfucking man.
Well, I gotta go social media. Has been the worst and the best.
Ooh.
Cause you loyalist fucking puppets out there.
He didn't say Vince.
Because Vince doesn't own his own Twitter. If Vince was actually tweeting out there and actually read his own Twitter, he'd be fucking irate.
Surprised he actually knows how to tweet, if that's him.
Okay. If you think about it, social media has opened up the floodgates to access to a lot more wrestling out there and opened eyes to a lot more wrestling. Even though loyalist puppets out there only see one wrestling and ignore everything else that goes on out there.
But there's loyalist puppets for everything, man. Brian Lucia is a New Japan puppet.
But he fucking covers other. He fucking knows other things.
He hates WWE.
There's some people out there that I tell them, name one wrestler.
Ronaldo's an Impact puppet.
Yeah.
But he knows other wrestling.
Yeah, true.
There are literally some people out there, Adrian, that don't know anybody outside the WWE main roster.
Well,
Not
he
even
does.
NXT.
He does. He knows. He watches NXT. I'll give my dog that. He watches NXT.
Now, pretty much the people had to beat him down like we had to beat you down for 205 Live. Remember that one?
But I had a valid reason not to watch 205 Live.
Yeah, beef with one of the wrestlers.
No, one of the wrestlers that was no longer on the roster.
Who?
The GOAT.
Ah.
The greatest cruiserweight WWE has ever produced. Homegrown talent. That man's a rapper. Okay? If he wrote a book, think about it, he gets banned from arenas to try to silence his message.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
The greatest cruiserweight in the history of ever. You know how
He's wrestles for AEW now.
Enzo got there?
You know the
Enzo's on the contract? Enzo's on the contract?
The bastard!
Didn't Enzo beat him for his belt and make him run away to the safe zone? To the safe zone, right? He ran away to the safe zone, right? He's in AEW right now. Oh, okay.
If you were asked the job to fucking Enzo, you leave too. You quit your job too. If Twin River said that you have to trade Enzo,
Hey, motherfucker!
I work for Amazon. Who gives a fuck?
They don't sponsor us, man.
Labels in.
How they
Edit that out.
How they sponsor us if we don't mention them?
Valid point.
Why we mention them if they don't sponsor us?
Valid
Because
point.
they don't know we know them.
If they don't know that I know them, it's gonna be. Oh, man. I work for the Queen's Child Project.
Jesus Christ. It's not a show, Tyreek! I still haven't watched the preview. I'm waiting. I know it's out. I haven't seen it yet.
I saw the episode.
How?
It leaked. You want me to give it to you?
Yes, please.
Oh, cool.
Well, technically, he ran overseas because there was no AEW yet.
Tariq shot him.
But if AEW was around, Gabe, I think he would have ran to AEW.
Spoiler!
What?
I really got you lying.
No, they show you in the preview. Tariq shot him. And he's thinking about, everybody thinks he's dead, but he's pulling a 50 Cent so that he can just remain low. Now he's actually going to go kill him.
Spoiler! Yeah, I haven't seen it. I'm praying to God that's probably all a lie.
Well, that's not because you ruined one of the episodes for me, so
I didn't.
waited so long to get back to you.
Evil motherfucker. Black magic. That's everybody.
I'm lying like a motherfucker.
I know. I would never do that to you.
Spoiler, it was 50 in the end.
Oh, shit. I wouldn't be shocked if it was 50, though.
It was 50 in the living room with the candlestick.
Now it was Lala. She removed one of the bullets from...
Ooh, when she died, I was like...
But this isn't about power. This is about...
All right, so... all right, so...
I don't even watch the show.
All right, so I'll do mine. My positive in pro wrestling, I'm going to piggyback off what Eddie said, social media. I think the one positive is social media.
We're here because of social media.
We pretty much are here because of social media. The fact that it's grown so much, yes, there is a lot of negativity on social media.
And me, by the way.
Yeah, some of these motherfuckers on social. Oh my
And
fucking sweet Jesus!
We're here because of me.
Some of the stuff I see on social
I didn't
media
get my
It's
thank you.
ridiculous.
wants me to stop watching.
Where's my thank you?
Same here.
I've literally looked at my
I'm waiting
Twitter
for
and
my
been
thank
like,
you.
why do I have Twitter?
When do I get my thank you?
Same here. Honest to God, same
When
here.
do I get my thank you?
The shit we see in comments is...
I'm still waiting for my thank you. Sorry, go ahead.
No, but the shit we see on social media, yes, there are some people out there who literally don't get it. Like I always say, it's 2019, about to be 2020.
There's people on social media that shit on Nine Roads. I don't know why.
Oh, Jesus Christ. But there's people out there who just don't get it in the sport of pro wrestling. There's people who do get it in the sport of pro wrestling.
Some people, never mind.
But social media has allowed us to...
Debate, Brian.
But social media, especially over the last 10 years, has allowed us to see a Ring of Honor flourish, or keep tabs on
Hell,
Impact.
fucking NWA. Where would they be without social media?
NWA, what would they be without YouTube or whatever? New Japan Pro Wrestling, completely different organization that I can guarantee you, 90% of us from like back in the day.
I'll still wait for his thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome. I guess. Thanks to the Battery USA again. And yes, we did do a watch along. I'm going to post the audio of that and this right after the show.
I'm sorry.
I say we have to take a trip down memory lane with Mr. Bird when you're done. Continue.
Okay.
Brian, I'm gonna go there, but Walter has died the fuck down since signing with. Since coming to
That's because people were complaining about getting smacked in the chest like that.
But let me say this: my one negative, and honestly,
what the fuck were you?
It's true.
Let me grab a frying pan and smack across the chest. That's similar to what Walter does to people. Tell me how that feels.
Walter. But my one thing that my one negative thing, and I think it's going to hit a lot of us in the heart, is Sinclair Broadcasting buying Ring of Honor. I think it was the worst decision for a company that had so much fucking going for it. I think that these guys had the steam behind them, the buzz behind them. You definitely had the fucking talent, because about 80% of that talent now works for WWE. You know what I mean? Like, you guys had it, like, you guys had the world in your hands. And then Kerry Silkin sold it to Sinclair Broadcasting, a company that literally owns 30% of most of our cable channels, has the ability to put your show on any fucking time they want to. And they've been owned by you guys for what, 4, 5, 6 years now? About 5 years now? They've been on Sinclair.
Literally zero promotion.
Zero.
I don't see one fucking commercial for Ring of Honor.
Ever. Have you ever seen a Ring of Honor commercial?
I have found them by accident on like fucking Nesson at like 3 o'clock in the afternoon.
Nesson.
On a fucking like the weirdest days and shit. Like,
they come on after SNL on NBC out here. Like it's
like 1, 2 in the morning.
2 in the morning. It's like, it's one of the biggest fuck ups, and especially what's going on right now, especially all the shit Joey Mercury's exposing, the fact that Ring of Honor is having a huge exodus of wrestlers again.
They got a 51-year-old champion. They're trying to copy the champion.
Yeah, and shout out to PCO winning the title. By the way, he won the title on Friday. Couldn't be more happy for the guy. But your company, you guys literally were just at Madison Square Garden, sold out, working together with New Japan. And you guys can't do shit. You guys have a guy like fucking Bully Ray on the roster, and you're not letting him have any creative control. You know what I'm saying? Like,
well, actually,
Bully has no control. Ask Carl. He has zero. He controls himself and his gimmick, but he doesn't control the business. Mind you, this is a guy who we both know when ECW was a thing, he was calling the arenas. He was booking the places. This is a guy who's been in the business and worked in this business outside of just what he does in the ring. And you guys aren't utilizing that. You guys had Jim Cornette there. The fucking office people from Sinclair totally fucked that up. You know what I'm saying? You've had AJ Styles, you've had Kenny Omega, you've had the Young Bucks, you've had Adam Cole. Everybody in Undisputed Era has worked in Ring of Honor. You had Tommaso Ciampa, who's worked in Ring of Honor. You had freaking Samoa Joe, who is the man who put Ring of Honor on the fucking map. You guys had all of this talent, and you have ruined your company. I'm sorry, to me, that is the biggest travesty. Because 10 years ago, Ring of Honor was number 2 or number 3. I don't care what anybody said.
Fight him.
Ring of Honor was number 2 and number 3. You mean to tell me all that fucking talent that's in WWE right now that worked in Ring of Honor wasn't doing that same exact shit? And I was going to the fucking shows.
WWE has literally become Ring of Honor light.
Seriously. NXT is Ring of Honor. If you really think about it, NXT is an independent promotion started by Triple H.
Dusty.
Same person, same thing.
Literally the entire, like 90% of the roster is Ring of Honor.
Is Ring of Honor
all
talent.
the top guys are Ring of Honor guys.
It's Ring of Honor talent.
I'm thinking like Ring of Honor. It is like dang.
It's Ring of Honor talent.
Ring of Honor, bang, Ring of Honor.
Daniel Bryan, Kevin Owens, Sami Zayn,
Kevin Steen.
Nakamura became big in America because of who? Ring of Honor.
Sami Zayn was the masked
El Generico.
El Generico. You want to talk about
everybody in the Undisputed Era?
You want to talk about New Japan Pro Wrestling?
Dijak.
Yeah.
Ciampa.
All came through Ring of Honor.
Claudio
I think Keith Lee's probably the only one that didn't.
Yeah, he was probably the one biggest. And think about
Chris Hero.
As much as we're sitting here talking about New Japan Pro Wrestling,
Nigel McGuinness, the goddamn commentator.
He was one of the greatest champions of all time.
He was a Ring of Honor staple.
He wrestled for 4 months with 2 torn biceps as your champion. Like, this company just took a huge nosedive over the past 10 years.
And they got people like Roosh on there. I
hear
rumors they're losing.
Briscoes.
Yeah, Cole Cabana's gone.
Cole's gone. Dragon Lee's on his way out.
Marty.
They gave him the title because they want him to re-sign.
Brody Lee's contract's done too.
Marty's gone.
He's done it the first of the month or the first of the year.
Shout out to Marty for being.
They have done.
I'm still mad that
they have done absolutely. They have done absolutely squat with fucking Jeff Cobb.
Yeah, they buried him.
They
gave him his clean loss.
Yeah, his clean loss killed it.
They have done squat with that man. Mm-hmm. Okay, they're pushing Shane Taylor over fucking somebody like Jeff Cobb.
With all due respect to Shane Taylor, because Shane Taylor can wrestle for a big guy. He just doesn't scream a champion to me.
I don't think Keith Lee gets
Don't get me wrong, the guy's
Their biggest mistake was not putting that belt on fucking Marty. Oh, he might leave. But
I got to say this, man. Just to respond to one of the comments, Brian Lewis said Keith Lee will be the NXT champion next 6 months. I don't think he gets the NXT championship.
I think he goes straight to the.
I think he goes straight to the main roster and gets the title out of the main roster because honestly, the dude's meme now is.
I want to spoil. I'm going to spoil myself. I predict Keith Lee's going to win the Rumble and challenge Brock Lesnar at WrestleMania. I stand by that statement.
Oh, see the thing is,
Vince has a fucking hard on for this guy.
Yes, but he gets a hard on for people all the time. He gets a flavor of the month. And
Agreed.
What happens to that flavor of the month?
But you know what? The difference is with Keith Lee and everybody else. Keith Lee is a guy who's as big as Brock, if not bigger, faster,
more
can
agile.
move in the ring, and will definitely bring out a good match out of Brock Lesnar.
I don't think he spirit bombs him.
No, but I guarantee you, he will pull a good match out of Brock.
Nah.
You know what I mean? And like I said, I'm spoiling myself on my own prediction for the Rumble. I'm going with Keith Lee as my surprise.
So 2 years in a row, a black man wins the title.
Not only that, you want me to tell you the other reason why I predict Keith Lee is going to win? Who won Survivor Series?
Roman Reigns.
No.
The event?
Who won Survivor Series?
NXT blew him out.
NXT blew everybody out, right? You don't think Vince is going to keep that gravy train going?
Well, I want to say yes, but think about the event that it happened.
Exactly, Brian. That's my fear. That's my fear
Dolph
for Keith
Ziggler.
Lee.
When you think about Soul Survivors, Dolph Ziggler should jump up like, what the fuck have you done with this guy?
Okay.
But see, that is my...
All the momentum in the world.
All
His debut in WWE all happened during his Soul Survivor match, and they said, you know what? Go back to job.
You want me to tell you? All right, here's my point number two. My point number two. Eddie, what is Vince McMahon more than anything else in this wrestling world?
This is me.
No, what else is he?
Racist?
He is petty as fuck.
He's
petty as fuck.
For one, Keith Lee's skin color is already working against him.
But no. But I'm gonna before
Two, Vince, he might have a hard on for him now, but he could turn around tomorrow and be like, oh, he's kind of overweight.
Agreed. No, he totally could.
That's what Vince. That's what really scares me.
That's
about
when you do the muscle man dance.
But think about this.
Sorry.
And business wise, like I said,
bad.
Vince is petty as fuck, right? Mm-hmm. So you don't think Vince has the balls right now, especially because he's going to go... No. To go to... Because everyone thinks he's going to the XFL, right?
Not everybody gets buried, Brian.
No. I'm not talking about burial.
Not you.
No. But you don't think Vince is petty as fuck to put the winner of the Royal Rumble match on NXT every week against AEW, building up to WrestleMania, and then have an NXT guy beat the champion at WrestleMania for the WWE's biggest championship? Because whatever title Brock holds is the biggest championship. You don't think Vince has the balls to do that? To ride the moment? And plus,
Brock Lesnar has a title?
Huh?
He has a title?
Yeah.
There's a title on Raw?
Yeah.
Hey, you wanted him champion. You wanted Brock Lesnar as champion. The culture wanted Brock Lesnar to be here.
Fucking point at me when you say that stupid shit. Oh!
I didn't turn on golfing.
Neither did I.
I didn't turn on golfing.
Shit, I just gave him tag team of the decade.
So, but no, but that's my burial of the decade. I'm sorry, or like my biggest disappointment of the decade. Ring of Honor, you guys done fucked up royally.
Seriously.
Royally.
Do you know when we were roasting the 6 people in attendance?
Yes.
The 6 people. And they were still louder than Lafayette.
Lafayette is legendary, though. Can we bury Lafayette? Because that's one of the biggest disappointment of the year.
I mean, everybody can hear us digging a hole in that quiet ass town.
That is true. So
I mean, what kind of half-ass person is from New Orleans area anyway? You know, the team suck. The legacy.
I hope he's not in the chat.
Niggas
Who that?
Who that? Who the fuck is that? Fuck them. I hope the Colts whoop their ass tomorrow night.
I don't know how many championships does. He doesn't have an Infinity Gauntlet down there, does Breeze? No. He doesn't have a
They don't have
He got
cameras
one.
either. They don't got cameras.
He got one.
They don't cheat. That's good anyway.
As the GOAT says, if you're not cheating, you're not trying.
You can always look at the bright side, Nick. At least your quarterback ain't dressing like Auntie Mama.
That's what we're doing? Because I swore I saw Tom Brady hugging pillows in the Uggs advertisement.
Thank you for being a friend.
But hey, Tom Brady might be wearing some Uggs, but he ain't putting a fucking scarf over his head.
That's right.
Walking around talking about child. Oh my God.
He went to Target with a Merce.
It wasn't a Merce.
It was a Merce.
A fanny pack.
Is he not a man?
It's a fanny pack.
Is this a Nyla Rose situation right now we're having?
No.
With Cam?
You watch the Boondocks. That's against delicious man purse. Right?
Yeah, that skirt is just really right?
Oh, come on, Gangsta Delicious.
He ain't wearing a tank top. That's a muscle shirt, huh?
Man, I got knocked the hell out. I could have sworn I saw this dude kissing him, and then I realized it was a dream. Like, oh, look at all that slobber. Mr. Chabot, I know you must roll.
I do. So we got a final thought this up. Let's my final thought. I'm gonna make it quick. Okay. You see how this says? Excuse me. I'm not a meteorologist. I can't do this shit. Okay. You see how that says tables behind me? It says ladders, and right there it says chairs. Right. To me, after tonight, that acronym changes. Mick Foley, block your ears. Total lost cause. That was fucking terrible, man. We got 2 decent matches, a horrible ending.
There was a decent match in there.
Those 2 decent
Alistair Black. I'm telling you guys, Alistair Black versus Murphy. That one's good.
That might be the only highlight of the night for me.
That was good.
We got like little to no build up, little to no advertising.
Again.
All right, we got pieced together matches thrown in the fucking clusterfuck, and
literally SmackDown matches on a pay-per-view.
And the big dog lost.
And how do you not do Kennel from Hell? This was it. This was the one time we ever had a chance to do it.
Wait for it.
Dear WWE, okay, excuse me. Let me speak directly to you, because let Uncle Kyle talk to you for a minute. I was born March 13th, 1982. Okay. I remember this because I was 5. Okay. So March 13th, 1987 was my first time watching a motherfucking WWF. Okay. I've literally been watching WWF since I was 5 years old. That's 32 years. 32 motherfucking years. I remember going to school getting the tapes from somebody of the event that happened the previous night because my family couldn't afford to buy the pay-per-view event and or have cable anyway. Okay? And I would not go home and play a video game. I want to go home and do my homework. I want to go home and do shit until I watch that event. All right? WWE, you were literally part of my upbringing. And this bullshit that you're feeding us right now is just fucking terrible. Have you not realized that there is a new company, all right, that is kicking ass, okay? Period. AEW is fucking awesome. If you're not watching it,
I thought you meant NWA.
NWA, another company.
Can't call them a new company.
Fucking ass. All right.
That is the oldest company.
Dude, stop doing this. Okay, you guys know how to build up a pay-per-view. Okay, WrestleMania 10's build up. The Toga parties build up. Fuck it, WrestleManias from 3 years ago was build up. When you had The Rock, excuse me, it was way more than 3 years ago. When you had The Rock versus John Cena, you fucking build up that card the year before.
Once in a lifetime, right?
Dude, it was a year build up until that match.
Once in a lifetime, twice.
Both of them got, but fuck, that shit was entertaining.
Yeah.
But dude, seriously, man, give us something. I'm trying. I got this guy on my podcast, okay? I have to defend you with this guy around. Do you know how fucking hard you're making this?
Have that pay-per-view.
In my 32 years of watching WWF, I have got to say that this is the only year where I can say that I have watched every event and can't tell you a great memory of any except for one. There's no other great memories from these events. You can say these historical first woman shits all you want. Fuck that shit.
There really is.
She didn't pin her.
There really isn't nothing outside of maybe Kofi winning that stands out main roster wise this year
at all.
And the only reason why Kofi winning stands out is because it broke a fucking little milestone of that fucking title. So it's like, other than that, it's like.
Now I can go ahead and tell you all the great memories I've had watching takeovers all day because those shits are fucking great. They're actually trying.
I can throw you out some UK takeovers.
Yeah.
But I can't throw you out anything main roster.
Cesaro, anyway.
Fucking dragging off the fucking star over there now.
Oh my goodness.
See what Cesaro did for him? He's a
Shout out to Piper Niven. She fucked up. She
got Bell's palsy.
Yeah, but
she's making light of it.
Bell's palsy is actually curable.
Yeah,
I think it goes away naturally, but it hurts like a motherfucker from what I'm told.
Mm-hmm.
But anyway, having said that, dudes, I know I use this mantra to do better a lot, but it's about damn time you do better. If I miss Monday Night Raw, I don't even check to watch the DVR. I just like, fuck it, I watch the highlights. If I don't watch SmackDown, which I haven't watched in its entirety, and
who knows?
Honestly, SmackDown used to be my favorite show. I don't know when. I really don't have the urge to watch it.
I haven't watched it in its entirety.
I haven't sat down and watched SmackDown in like 2
Put it this way, my 5-year-old watches fucking NXT. He'll watch one episode on replay all day before he even touches the Raw or SmackDown. And mind you, I got Raw and
my
SmackDown.
8-year-old watches the shit out of NXT.
And he'll watch this. Like, my girl's literally sitting at home tired of NXT. She knows the roster now because of him.
Yeah, she hates wrestling too.
Yeah.
Damn.
But this kid just, he won't. Like, she'll be like, oh, you want to put on Raw? No, NXT. Want to put on Smack? No, Raw.
He knows what he likes.
But seriously though, and I said all of that to say this, man. I said all of that to say this. I've never in my life thought I would be able to say this, okay? But WWE main roster, you're not the A show.
You're not the B show.
You're not the B show. When during the Monday Night Raws, you could say one was A, one was B, all you wanted. You're not the B show.
Damn right, Brian.
You're not even the C show.
NXT,
and in
you guys.
fact,
You're not even the C show on your own
during
fucking brand.
G1, you're not even the D show.
Made a bet. Made a vet had more breaking news this year. EC3. Dana Brooks knows.
Dude, I'm sorry to say this, Monday Night Raw, SmackDown.
Cedric Alexander losing to Mojo Rawley.
But until y'all actually give me from beginning to end, it might even, and I say this a lot, it might, and this is going to sound like it's fucked up, but it's true. Contraction, dude. Cut that roster down.
Yep.
Get rid of the unused. Get rid of the
Literally. I have been screaming this, that they have nearly 300 active fucking wrestlers on their roster.
And they keep giving us the same fucking ones.
Yes.
They've just signed more people.
They just keep the fucking PC is turned into a fucking goddamn assembly line.
There's nowhere to go.
They just bring them into the PC and shovel them on through to NXT and then shovel them onto the main roster and then here we are burying them.
And everybody says, what's it gonna take for you guys? Like there was a big question, a big meme. It said, what could you do if you was the, if you ran WWE? First thing I would do, okay, and this is gonna sound cliche. First thing I would do is look at what you're doing right now. We're getting a fresh start. Reset button's getting pressed. The thing that Kenny Omega wanted to do with his career. Reset button's getting pressed. I'm fucking pulling a WCW. Everybody's getting stripped. Everybody's getting stripped. Fiend's getting stripped. Brock, you're not. Are you gonna show up to get stripped? You're getting stripped. Everybody, get over. Get your asses out there. We're gonna put you guys out there. We're gonna give everybody their fair shake. Get over. Get over with those fucking fans. This isn't going to be us getting you over. This is going to be you getting over. Something that Cody Rhodes promised us with AEW was freedom, right? Freedom. This is where you're free. You think your character is better than what we can give you? Show me. Get out there and do it. We gave The Rock freedom. He got over. Remember everybody saying, die, Rocky, die?
Yep.
He got his own gimmick. He got control of his character. He's a legend. Steve Austin, the ringmaster. Does everybody even at this point remember stunning Steve Austin?
I do.
All right. When you think about Steve Austin, what's the gimmick that comes to your head?
Stone Cold.
Stone Cold.
What?
They gave him freedom to use, make his own promos.
He's a former $1 million champion.
That's right.
Legend.
Right.
Lionheart Chris Jericho. When you came to WWE, let's remember they were ready to drop him.
Right away.
They were ready to drop. They go. His matches were boring. It wasn't going with what they wanted to do. So he said, "Why don't I show you what I can do?" Just became Eddie's wrestler of the decade.
Yes.
Dude, there's a difference between us getting you over and you getting over. Let me show you the difference. I love Roman Reigns. How about you?
I appreciate his work now.
You? Okay. He got over with me.
He's gotten over it.
He ain't get over with all of y'all. And right now, I'm a fucking minority.
I will say this: no, Roman is over right now. People are cheering for him.
I love
He ain't
Roman. I
getting
always
booed.
love Roman.
He ain't getting booed anymore.
I always love Roman. But having said that, dude, if you can't get over, you can get out. If you can get over, get us this paper. There you go.
Maybe focus on
Fixed.
some. Maybe focus on your divisions. Actually focus on them.
That's why I agree with your reset. You create divisions.
Yeah, because you can actually focus on them. Let's look at the women's division. It's really 4
They're
women.
so fucking talented in that women's division, though, man. Oh my goodness.
It's 4 women. 6 right now because we're adding the Kabuki Warriors, but it's really 4 women.
Yeah.
And I know me and Brian go back and forth with the Iconics going on.
Yeah, that's a joke. Yeah.
That's a joke. And everybody, if you don't know that we're joking by now, come on, seriously. I'm a fucking troll. I troll every page. Brian is fucking my dog. He's gonna troll right along.
And I have great comedic timing.
Yes, we do. But dudes, at Iconics, if y'all can't put on better matches, we're gonna give your time to Oscar. We're gonna give your time to
But you know what the Iconics do? They're great heels. That's the
great
only
heels.
reason why they're relevant.
Great heels.
The reason they became women's tag team champions is because they were relevant, evil heels that people wanted to see get defeated.
Annoyed the fuck out of you.
Annoyed the shit out of you.
Yes.
But when they got on TV, you couldn't wait for them to get their ass whooped. Eddie, you celebrated the moment they got eliminated in that match.
Man,
so in other words,
he was
they
in
did
his
their
glory.
job. They did their job.
That was the best booking decision I had seen all year.
There you go. See.
And here's another thing that I would never, ever do if I ran WWE. If you are a part-time wrestler, you will never in a million years, if I'm running it, hold a full-time championship. Period.
You want to be a special attraction?
Do it.
By all means, you want to come in for the Big 4? By all means, I'll give you a payday to come in for the Big 4 and put over a star.
Yep.
Get 10 million. Go ahead and knock yourself out, kid.
You want to make somebody a star? Make them famous? Go right ahead.
But don't come in and talk about, can I have this belt and I'm going home for 2 months.
Why are we shitting on people who can actually go in the ring? You know what I'm saying?
And that's what kills me about these people. Like, oh, AEW got Jericho's old ass.
Here we go.
But he shows up every fucking week with that belt.
Chris Jericho has the Midas touch for this past year. Name one probably guy. We talked about this last week. Name one person he's been in the ring with that he hasn't made a star.
I can name one.
Who?
Kenny Omega. Not a motherfucking star.
Well, no, we discussed this last week. No, it's true. Jericho, everything he touches this year has been golden.
Yeah, it's true.
And that is why he's going against Jungle Boy. Because he's going to put Jungle Boy over. He's going to get
So
him
Jungle
over.
Boy beats the champion, right? Does that one count?
We didn't say he beats Chris
If
Jericho.
he beats Chris Jericho,
He's
does
not
that one
going.
count?
The win does
Answer
count, yes.
the
Then that
question.
win does count.
He now has that first win, right?
Yes.
How bad is your champion that he got beat by everybody else, and this guy with no wins, you are his first win?
You've never heard of an upset?
Because Le Champion played the heel role.
You mean the guy that only has one pin in his career under AEW, and it was a tag team match?
So since you want to talk numbers, you mean to tell me there's been an undefeated team recently in college football that has won a world championship?
Yes.
So you mean to tell me there hasn't been a team that's won the world
Actually,
championship?
no, it hasn't. Non-college basketball.
College
Non-college basketball.
basketball, college football.
College football, yes.
Yes.
Clemson, baby.
But you mean to tell me there's never been an NCAA college football champion that has had more than one loss on their record?
Yeah.
Okay, then. So it's okay for a champion to lose a
Because it's
regular
different.
season match.
It's different. College championships are defining bowl games.
All
I'll be
right.
back.
All
You guys
right.
take over.
Eddie, would you like to go next? Because I want to say my final rant because I got something that I know no one
I just gotta say something.
Go for it.
Okay, I saw a lot of people. Somebody tagged me in something talking shit about Jericho's thank you celebration a few weeks back,
La celebration for the champion.
and how it was bad, and how can I defend this, and But then you turn around and you watch Monday Night Raw, and we get 45 minutes of Lashley and Lana.
Mm-hmm.
Lana can't even remember her fucking lines. Then we turn around next week, we get Divorce Court on TV, on fucking Raw. I'm sorry, I thought I was watching a wrestling show and not fucking daytime TV.
Agreed.
So, for anybody who comes out sideways about AEW, saying anything, and then you go and watch Raw and SmackDown and think that's a good show, you really need to stop sipping on the bubbly before you watch wrestling.
A little bit of the bubbly.
Okay, put it this way: you're not even the bubbly. You're not even sipping on bubbly. It's got 3 X's. Because you're drinking moonshine at this point. If you're going to say that a segment from AEW is bad, and then turn around and say that anything main roster related is good. Okay, this literally was a pay-per-view that I would not let WWE pay me $60 to watch. That just aired today. Ooh. That nobody knew about. Okay? So, this...
You want it? Go ahead.
Oh, what the hell I'm looking at, but it's probably porn related.
No.
If it was, we would admit it. No, it's
the grades for the pay-per-view.
Bleacher Report sent him a grade thing for what he thought of the pay-per-view.
And they probably failed the fuck out of that.
Oh, I want to see the results, please.
Okay.
Like, literally, people are going... there's going to be loyalist puppets out there that are going to call this a great pay-per-view.
I didn't see the match. That was pre-show.
Okay, there are going to be puppets out there that's going to be like, oh, this was a great pay-per-view. I don't know what you're talking about. You know, the main roster always delivers on the pay-per-views and everything. This was a TV show. This was literally an episode of SmackDown or Raw. And you expect people to pay for this. Okay. You honestly think people signed up for the network to watch this trash?
I mean, it's for $10, maybe. Didn't actually watch the match, but yeah, couldn't tell. Going through the grades of what they had the pay-per-view. This better not get anything higher than a C. You don't want to see it.
Well, Bleacher Report works with WWE anyway.
Didn't watch it, so I'm not gonna. I can't respond from what I saw. I don't agree with that.
I just dropped my phone.
Yeah. Go ahead.
We'll just wait for Uncle Dave to come out and shit over it. If Roman and Baron Corbin get anything above a 2-star from Uncle Dave, then he was drunk when he made those star ratings.
The equivalent, what they got, would be a 4-star.
No, that's not a 4-star rating. They gave it a 5-star. That's considered, on average, they gave that match a 5-star rating. And Eddie, we're talking about The Miz versus Bray Wyatt.
That was a 5-star match.
Bleacher Report gave that an A.
I don't even remember the match. We just watched it.
I know.
I don't remember the match.
Okay, I'll take...
All I remember is Daniel Bryan looking
at the very end. If you're counting that, then understandable. But aside from that, no.
I remember Daniel Bryan looking like American Dragon, but I don't remember anything happening in that match.
Yeah. Sorry.
Okay. Brian.
Yes.
Lucia. She says, I'll take why Kyle thinks that Kenny Omega sucks. For $200, Alex.
Oh, jeez.
Today's answer, the Daily Double.
Oh, God.
Literally, when's the last time we opened up an episode of Raw or SmackDown with some fucking some good ass fucking 20 minutes of wrestling?
All right. Well, let me jump in and do mine really quick because I'm gonna do mine really fast, and I want to throw this out for my final rant. As I think I found WWE's biggest mistake business-wise that they ever made. The other day I was watching a video on YouTube and they were talking about things that WWE have worked on that never got released.
Yeah.
There was one thing that I actually saw, was able to get a hold of the pilot episode, and I can tell you right now, WWE, I think you guys missed the boat on this. It was a show called NXT Kids. It was a show, like a kid's show for Nickelodeon, right? Now, you got to think as a child, as a young kid watching pro wrestling, right? Or even shows that were back on Nickelodeon back in the days. What did you love about them? Because kids were involved with it, right?
Yeah.
They had 2 kids doing commentary with Corey Graves. The 2 kids were getting lines fed to them through headsets.
Bro, I used to watch Little Kid News because it was kids.
Exactly.
Yeah.
They had people feeding them lines that were kid lines with adult innuendos and actually made sense in the match. They had kids doing interviews and asking questions to wrestlers on the end. And this was done at full
great,
scale.
bro.
Yeah, mind you, there were a couple episodes that were definitely filmed, but the pilot episode is out on YouTube. I was able to find it, and I'm going to post it on the page. I would love for you guys to sit down. It's a 20-minute episode to sit down and watch it. And think of it like this. With your kids, especially you guys, because you guys have children, right? This wouldn't be...
I got kids.
This would be a WWE show that you could show your kids that they could have made money on. To the point where I could tell you 2 segments that I think kids would love, and I know one segment that you would actually volunteer your child to do. One segment was they had a like wrestler height thing. They asked, how many big casses do you think standing head to toe would it take to reach to the top of the Empire State Building? Fun fact, it's 437 big casses. So it was just like little random kids facts. The other thing they had, which I think your kids would love, is send in a video of your child guessing WWE theme music. And they had some little kid doing it.
Wow, KJ would hate it.
That's what I'm saying. It's a show that I think WWE would have made a shit ton of money on if you sold it to Nickelodeon or to Disney. It would have worked. I'm going to find the pilot. I'm going to post it on the UWO page. I want you guys to check it out. This was filmed about like 5 or 6 years ago. Like I said, Corey Graves is one of the guys on commentary. It would have worked. I really think WWE missed the boat on this, and it would have worked for what it is. But yeah, that's my final rant for this week. Yeah. Anything else? I know you got to run.
All right, I got to run like a motherfucker. Shout out to, I forgot what I was going to say.
I don't know.
Yeah, I got to go. Matter of fact, shout out to everybody in the comments.
Yes.
Brian, thanks for sticking with us. Andrew, thanks for making me fucking make an ass out of myself when you brought up that damn name again.
Mr. Impact, you still in the building?
Mr. Impact, shouts out to you for your burial.
That's
appreciate it. Very first fan burial.
And
Mr. Impact
is coming for you now.
Yeah. Like I
at
said,
least one of his kids.
Like
He got
I said,
19 of them.
If you got a burial, you want to. If you definitely got a burial, you want to
Now
report
his
something
wife
for
is
us.
a superstar.
Oh, shit, 11 kids. Fucking pull-out game is weak.
Nah, she got a fast lane in there.
Now they just slide out like a foot to slide.
He
So-
was throwing those pics in there.
But if you guys got burials and you want to send them in to us, let us know. Hit us up on the messenger. We'll get you the details. Or if not, hit us on our email account. And yeah, we'll get your burial in here next week. And
Please make it a video.
yeah, please make it a video because I would love to get the video aspect working in here. That would be pretty awesome. But yeah, hit us up and we will catch you guys next week.
Oh, and wear your UWO t-shirt when you do it.
Yeah, by the way.
Yeah, make sure you do that. If you
a
don't got
holiday
one,
season.
get one.
It's a holiday season.
It'll make a great gift for
will.
your girl. You know what I'm saying? Look how good Dominique look.
By the way, Dominique still swears like a sailor. All right, so motherfucker, shit, god damn. It's a great call it. And by the way, if y'all got Call of Duty, hit up me, hit up Brian, hit up Dominique. We'll get you in our little group thing. We're gonna get a UWO squad going on Call of Duty. And yeah, we'll see you guys next week.
It's a beautiful day in the neighborhood.
That's right. Later.
10 seconds, all right.
I am running 10 seconds as of now.
10 seconds.
10,
9,
8,
7,
6,
5,
4,
3.
2.
Balls on Nia Rose.